guys, I'm going to have spots in the studio that I haven't done before. Like, what I mean is, there are going to be actually less spots, but more often. We're doing it differently. The show flows way better. So whenever you hear this stop,
done.
the overhead, then you know I'm getting ready to go on.
Today.
So shut up.
Is this a minute? Pro Auto Care is the place to go to get your nationwide warranty. And that means roadside assistance. Let me explain this. Any repair you have done at Pro Auto Care, 2 locations in Littleton and in Denver, 2 locations, 303proauto.com to find out the locations. Any repair or maintenance you have done is guaranteed, and it's for 36,000 miles. That means you're virtually always within a warranty because you're going back there for regular maintenance. You're always in good hands. That even means roadside assistance. You become part of the Pro Auto family. They're also your car nanny. They email you and text you reminders when things need to be done. How do you like that? 303proauto.com is the website. And, of course, they always have Martino specials. Click on my name to get that. Or just go to 303proauto.com, and the phone number is 303-PRO-AUTO.
Pre-wars and an absolutely crazy 12 months on Wall Street. It's
Don't go in there. He's not feeling it, man.
I know.
If you think about it, the only
Don't get too close to the microphone.
Is what happens in your personal
economy. So how has that changed in the past year? Maybe it's time to talk with Brad Jenkins and the team at Jenkins Wealth Management, one of our sponsors here on KHOW. As certified financial planner professionals, they can help you build a retirement income plan that will help protect your personal economy. Call 720-457-6844. Mention my name, Dan Kaplis, and that review will be complimentary for you.
This is a paid advertisement. Jenkins Wealth Management Group is a financial services firm that offers a broad array of products and services, such as insurance and annuities. Insurance licensed in Colorado.
Hello, I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. I've recovered millions of dollars for consumers for all types of consumer problems. But when it comes to tax problems and the IRS, I call on my friends at Larson Tax Relief. You should too. Let's be honest, the IRS is good at what they do. They seemingly have unlimited resources, but Larson has been successful fighting them. Hey, we all make New Year's resolutions this time of year, so there's no better time to tackle your tax problems with Larson Tax Relief. I personally know Ron and Jack Larson. They're the judge. They know things like this happen. Let them deal with the IRS or state on your behalf and take the stress off your shoulders. Larson Tax Relief. That says it all. Relief and resolution for all your tax debt problems. Larson will get you the best possible resolution. Pick up the phone and call Larson at 844-LARSON-TAX. You'll get your life back and your tax worries will be gone. 844-LARSON-TAX or online at LarsonTaxRelief.com. 844-LARSON-TAX.
What did you change?
Has your shot at $1,000.
Why do you think that's not the one you did just yesterday?
Oh, it's not. It's not even close. The one I did yesterday is Dead Winter. Dead of Winter.
Okay.
Left out in the cold.
All right.
Yeah.
That's bank to 200.
And I should have been.
This is a Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are fighting for you. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. You'll never be in better hands. If you're thinking about selling real estate, I'd do it. I wouldn't wait. There's going to be a major adjustment. Now, I don't want you to think I'm a naysayer, I'm a negative Nelly. None of those things. I am a cheerleader. I want people to succeed, but I know we have a correction coming in the real estate market, in the stock market, with interest rates, with the economy. We are headed for a recession. In fact, for those in the know, they will tell you we're already starting it gradually. And then here's what happens. People will slow down in their buying. Just very, 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 very slightly slow down. Why will they do that? Because things don't feel right. Why don't they feel right? Because they start getting antsy. If anything disrupts their normal activity, even if they're not directly affected, if prices go up on things, even if they're not looking for those things, it affects them in other areas. So, before I digress too long or too far, let me just say Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. He'll do a free market analysis of your home, 303-920-1622. We also have guests in the studio today. But talking about the economy, here's what I mean. We will have minor slowdown. People start hesitating, and I'll tell you why. First, it could start with only a perception. Let's talk about, for example, Trump. I'm not talking about politics. People are a little, let's say, antsy about how he tweets and changes his mind here and there, and how he might say one thing one day and another thing another day. And whether you like him or not as a president, people hesitate. They think, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And then the stock market suffers. And then the stock market, as a result, people say, oh, look, my retirement went down a little. Honey, instead of buying that washing machine this month, let's wait a couple months. It's something that small. And then that creates a traffic jam, like a minor fender bender in traffic, which slows things down a bit. And then it has a cumulative effect on the economy. Recessions are a natural part of the economy. The idea is not to make the inflation and the recession so high and so low, so you have big valleys and peaks. The best economy is when you try to level that out a bit. And again, 4% unemployment or less, and really, if you think about it, it's even better than that, because that considers all people, and some of those people don't want to work. When you see unemployment ticking up a bit, and you will see that, that's going to signal the move toward that recession. I really mean that. So I want to know, I want to ask Ted over at K&H Home Solutions. Ted, now, and I'm not trying to make this come true. I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. Are things still buzzing like crazy?
Yeah, we still see things
buzzing like crazy.
Well, I wouldn't say they're buzzing like crazy, and it's also the time of year that things aren't that busy. But,
other than normal cycles for sales, because you do, for those listening, K&H Home Solutions does, they do windows, doors, siding, and they do roofs and gutters, and they do basically exterior solutions. Okay, so I'm asking, other than the normal cycles, is this year as good as last year, as a 12-month period or as a 365-day period? I'm not talking about 18 or 19 or 17 or 18, but take a chunk of time and compare it. Is anything changing?
This year started off about the same as last year.
Okay. So nothing changing?
Nothing perceptibly, yeah.
Okay. And throughout the year, was it the same as the previous year or better?
I'd say it was a little bit better, not
Do you think I'm wrong in my perception that things might be ticking down a little?
Well, I think this shutdown is going to have some ripple effects. So, you know, who knows how long this is going to last. I don't think it's going to last that much longer, but I think you'll see some ripple effects from that because people aren't able to pay their bills.
And what does that constitute, though, as a segment of the economy, federal workers? But you're saying the federal workers...
It's 800,000 people.
But it feeds the perception.
No, income goes, and also a dollar goes around 6 times. I mean, when people stop spending... I remember one time when they slapped a luxury tax on yachts and on big airplanes, and people said, yeah, get those bastards. Not one of those bastards were hurt. Not one of them. Not one of them were hurt. Guess who got hurt? The hardworking people in North Carolina and Cape Hatteras and all the yacht makers and all the people working their asses off, the ones who do the furniture refinishing, the fine woodwork, the teak, the people who do all of the interiors. I'm serious. They got hurt.
Well, the wealthy people can weather the storm.
But it's not even weathering. They can just say, I don't want to buy it now. I'll wait. Or, and then the people who work on it get hurt, and we think, oh, we're socking it to the bastards, and we're not socking it to anyone. So, in any case...
Stupid billionaires.
The economy will do what it does. It'll do what it does, and we will either have a recession or an inflation.
Tom, I think you're right. I think economies don't go up forever. They don't go down forever.
Right.
So we're due for an adjustment. We've had a good up cycle.
And the more exaggerated the up cycle, the harder the fall. Again, this is a little different than the just a few years ago, 2008, 2009.
Correct.
Because people have more equity. Lending requirements are not as loose, and we don't have as many hollow loans. We do, however, have inflated real estate, and people borrow on that inflated real estate. So even though we have more equity, if you borrow on something with a value of 450,000 and it adjusts to 350, you are going to be underwater. Now, people who lose equity like that many times, they start second guessing keeping it.
Right.
Even if they started out with equity. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your calls right now. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Get your calls in. Howard, you want to talk about what?
Almost home adoption.
What is that? What is almost home adoptions? What is that?
It's an adoption service to find another kitten or to adopt a cat.
Okay. And so they call it almost home adoptions. And what's the complaint?
Well, they make you fill an application, and you must be interviewed before you can adopt.
Okay.
And what happens is, I should have looked at the reviews before I went there, but I do a little history of myself, Tom. I used to raise Great Danes. I've had animals for 40 years of my life. I've had numerous dogs and cats. I just lost a cat about 2 months ago. Unfortunately, he was only 8 months old, and he had to be euthanized because he got very sick. So I waited 2 months later to look for another cat for my cat I have at home currently.
Okay.
And I went there almost for 3 weeks looking for the proper kitten or cat that I wanted to take home with me.
How'd you find out about almost home?
Actually, my daughter took me there. She Googled them, and I guess that's how we found them, and we went over there.
Okay, I see the website, Almost Home Adoptions for Rescued Cats.
Correct.
Okay, and I see what let's see about them. It talks about their mission is to rescue cats and find them good homes.
Right.
So what's going on?
Yeah. So what possibly could be the problem?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I'm telling you, I sent you a number of reviews also. I've had a chance to look. I spoke to Dan yesterday, and all the reviews are on the same page as I am. That you fill an application out, you go and finally after three.
Do they charge for the application?
No.
Okay, keep going.
So on the application it says, "Are you willing to donate more money for this cat?" And I checked. I'm paying $150 for the cat anyway to adopt it, and I couldn't afford to put any more money into this cat or kitten. And then I got a letter from them, an email. They said they get back to me the same day, and I got a rejection letter in the mail from them.
Well, did you tell them you could not pay more than the $150?
It's not only me. It's dozens of other people that have been through the same situation as I have.
I understand that, but we're talking about you right now firsthand. You were adopting. You knew there was a $150 fee, and they ask on the app, "Can you pay more?"
Yeah.
Okay, and so they're soliciting donations. And do you believe you were turned down because you said no?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, it seems to me, though, that they would want the $150 rather than nothing. But anyway, I'm just making a guess here, so go ahead.
So let me read the email they sent to me real quickly, Tom.
Okay.
We appreciate your interest in adopting from Almost Home Adoptions and the time you've invested. Unfortunately, our team did not select you for further consideration.
Did they say why?
They don't say why. They do not say why.
Okay.
But if they didn't charge anything for the application, I don't know why this would be a scam.
Here's what I'm thinking, okay, Howard. I think that people with cats, especially when it comes to cats, they're weird. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them, or maybe you too. Who knows? I know that even though we get complaints like this, and I meant that in a good way. Animal people are weird. I'm a weird person. We just had, I just have somebody I know very well who lost her dog, and you would think she lost a member of the family, which she did. I mean, it was it's devastating. But here's what I want to say. I believe that we get the same, I recall the same problems with all of the shelters, all of them, because they all have different requirements. Have you tried other shelters?
I have, and I'm going to look at another kitten.
Where?
Actually, the other adoption service, like Humane Society or Denver Dump Friendly.
Yeah, they're all. That Dump Friends League is very popular.
Yes, but they don't ask for any donations after you adopt a cat. It's never asked.
But okay, but there's nothing wrong with them asking that. But if truly they advertise $150 donation for the cat, and they never adopt a cat out unless you donate more. I mean, I guess there could be a problem. And are you telling me this is what you hear on reviews from several people?
Dozens of people. Dozens.
Well, I want to look into that. We'll look at the reviews.
But hold on, though.
And let me tell you something,
if
Tom.
other people are willing to give them more money and they rather give that person the pet, I don't even have an issue with that. Why is that an issue?
But they shouldn't turn people down that can't afford it.
Yeah, that's true, Mark. They shouldn't. I mean, really, let's say someone scrapes together the $150, and because you can't pay more, you don't get
anybody
it.
rescuing cats, I think, is probably pretty good.
No, I know that. I'm not saying there's a scam here, Mark. I'm just saying that possibly, you know, they're not applying the rules.
I'm saying if you and I both wanted to adopt same cat,
yes.
You're willing to give $300, I'm only willing to give $150. I don't have a problem with them giving it to you.
If we both want the same cat, but then you should be allowed to adopt a cat, is what I'm saying. He's saying that unless you pay more, he thinks you're not allowed to adopt at all. Let's just wait and find out.
Let's call. Can you call them, Suzanne, and just ask their policy on that? Ask them if they have a... I mean, first I want to see if the reviews are true. If there are reviews like he says, I don't know where to look for them.
I'm on Google. They don't necessarily. There's a ton of people who say their adoption process is weird.
In 30 seconds, I'm going to do a spot for Aurora Orthodontics.
Well, the I-70 corridor invited
Hey, cats, you get Diamond Dallas. I just go to the Humane Society, Friends League, all that.
In back of the Chinese restaurant.
Absolutely.
Northbound Highway 85 and Highway 66 in Platteville to watch out.
They're running around like crazy.
Sometimes. Till lunch.
Right now,
So 1 hour before lunch.
traffic and weather.
You gotta catch them an hour after closing.
From a hot air balloon landing on a car to a load of concrete falling on one, we've covered it. Talk to farmers.
First of all, anybody pay $150 for a cat?
So many adults want straight, beautiful teeth. They didn't have the money to have braces when they were younger. That was my case. I chose veneers because this option I didn't know about, and I wish I had. Now, there's nothing wrong with veneers. They're very expensive. A whole mouth is $50,000 or more. Just the front teeth can be $15,000. And you know what? The new orthodontics attacks it naturally. They have mouthpieces that you wear that eventually widen your palate and straighten your teeth, thereby alleviating TMJ and sleep apnea, and then they use Invisalign braces. The whole thing takes 2 years, and you have beautiful straight teeth and a healthier mouth and a beautiful smile. And it's a fraction of the cost. It's cheap compared to veneers. It's cheap compared to regular orthodontics. 303-690-0100. Dr. Kent Lawson pioneered this. I urge you to look into it. The new orthodontics. Google Dr. Kent Lawson, 303-690-0100.
Did you really do that over veneers?
I would.
Would you really? Because I'm going to get
late
and a top of the.
Were you going to do veneers? Okay.
But
straight,
I would just go some Dr. Kent Lawson.
But that's
Why
not
not?
chicken in your
Here's why.
chicken chow mein.
Veneers are instant. You know, you're going to get them in about after the test and everything. In a month,
I
everything's
ordered
done.
sweet and sour
They're
pork.
going to file the teeth
Garfield
off, plain and
sauce,
straight.
right?
They're going to then use the veneers, and it's a beautiful result. I've had them.
Could you find the top and bottom fold?
Yes,
Did you
I
just do
did
the
the full
front
mouth
eight?
restoration. I did all.
See if you can find cats in the kettle by Weird Al.
It doesn't
Also,
correct
it's cats in the
narrow
barrel.
palate.
Yeah.
That's
It covers it. And
Yeah, that's all I wanted them to be white up top.
There's a cat in the kettle. Yeah, and you will. You'll look good. If you have a sleep apnea or anything, even this system will gradually just straighten out your mouth. Natural. Then when you're in this line, they'll make you straight. If you don't like the color, you don't like the shape, that's a different thing. Then you want to do that.
Chow Mein asked if I wanted more,
Is normally
as he was dialing up his buddy at the old pet store.
unless the chips are broken, and then you get veneers on only the ones you need to. But if really,
He's a cat lover.
and some people I just want to hear you. But if you do this, it's going to be about $22,000.
Yeah, call up Ming Lee.
Who are you going to?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, let me
I've
help
looked
you.
at a couple places. Yeah,
Well, I know really good. Yes,
You gotta give him weird out.
You want.
He did a lot of food stuff.
Yeah,
Eat it.
Well, they're all going to be the same price. That's the problem. You're not going to get anything cheaper. So you may as well go with best.
I never really went. I guess he's all right.
And it does change your whole outlook. I mean, I really love what I did, and I did it so many years ago. But my teeth were not. It was not like a terrible mouth anyway. But I just wanted to make them perfect, and I did. I mean, they gave me a perfect alignment.
This is not a time for blind lawyer shopping. Go with someone I know and trust. Joseph A. Lazara. Always.
But definitely, I'll get you some. I mean, I have really good recommendations for you.
Let's talk about Buy and Build, a place that I love talking about because Buy and Build buys tons of stuff and passes on
guys,
contract
life is
pricing
doing
to,
good.
in fact, you
I wouldn't buy shit.
as a
I'm about to be grandpa.
contractor there.
Yeah.
I know. I heard. That is so wonderful.
Well, of course they're going to say,
Do you know if it's a granddaughter or grand?
you're going to do almost a sting.
And more.
I don't know the name. I've got a name picked out, but they won't
Yeah, but then what? You end up with a cat?
So the due date for the baby is Nancy's birthday.
Tell them, I was going to eat this.
That'd be really cool if it happens.
Just because I have a Chinese restaurant.
This is the most expensive chow mein I've ever had.
They'll probably do something, use it in.
Chinese. It ain't pork or chicken, but a fat Siamese. Yet the food
Oh my
tastes
God.
great, so you don't
Grant!
complain.
Oh my goodness.
That's not chicken in your
I'm
chicken
Tom
chow
Martino.
mein. Seems to me
This
I
is a sick sense of humor General Grant has here. By the way, we decided it's going to be General Grant.
He outranks me.
His name is Grant, so it's going to be General Grant. We could have called him Ulysses, but we're just going to call him General Grant. No, Major Mark Major is the major, has a double major, but General Grant, Deputy Dan, Deputy Clint update. They think they found some kind of nerve problem with his back causing that pain. He allows us to talk about it. Otherwise, I don't want you to think I'm just spilling beans here. Deputy Clint does a lot of hard work, man. He's a good guy, and we want a speedy recovery so you can get your ass back in here. That's really what we want. 303-713-TALK. K&H Home Solutions, I mentioned it before. We're doing this promotion that's weird, and I want to know what people think about it. I'm asking people to email them and make your own deal. You know how Priceline does the airfare? Name your price. Well, we're pretty much telling you to get a realistic notion of what you want and then email to them, and we'll talk about it more. And you might think, what good is that, Tom? I'm just going to email, I want 90% off. Well, of course, they're not going to take that, okay? But they might take 50% off if they're slow in the middle of winter and you offer them 50%, I want half price. They might take that lead, put it aside, call you, say, look, we're really busy now, but do you mind waiting? We may call you back. Or we can do 30% off right now. That's the whole point, is to get negotiation going. They're saying that they have no, well, they do have fixed costs and pricing, obviously, but they're saying for this promotion, you can make your own deal after shopping around what you think is fair, okay? And then email them. And I guess it's mydeal@khwindows.com. So anyway, let's talk to Sue. Sue, what's going on with you? And Emily and Howard, I have not forgotten about you. I promise. Howard, we're calling that place, okay? The adoption place. Sue, what's happening?
Good morning, Tom.
What's going on with you, Sue?
Since you have the experts in, I live up in the mountains, have a lot of sun damage on my house, and I wanted to
What do you mean by sun damage, dear? What do you mean by that?
Well, I have the cedar siding on. And
gosh, yes.
It's splitting.
You know, that's one thing I don't like about natural wood. We love cedar and the look and the cedar shakes and the cedar this and cedar that, but wood is, I think nowadays wood is ridiculous right now to have on the exterior of a home. What do you think, Ted?
Well,
in general,
it's so dry up here that unless you continue to maintain it and continue to, treat it, it's going to crack.
But even back east it rots. I mean, in other words, wood is something we used when we had nothing better, I think. That's my opinion. I know it's beautiful, like a log cabin or something. But in any case, I'll let you go. I'm just pontificating here, Sue. I think wood is a waste of resources because it's so difficult to keep maintained and to keep healthy. So you have cedar siding?
Yes, and I wanted to I was thinking about putting Hardy Boy on there.
Hardy board?
But, yeah, whatever that's
Hardy
called.
siding.
James Hardy siding.
Yeah, it's a hard board, they call them in the industry. It's James Hardy siding. And I have an opinion about that. Keep going.
Well, my question is, I did get a quote, $34,000 for a 2,400 square foot house.
How much?
And
how much? 24 grand?
No, 34 grand.
And it's for a 2,400 square foot?
Yes.
Well, that's hard to say unless we see the footprint. Is it all one story?
No, it's 2-story.
How accessible is your house?
Very accessible.
You know, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say, but on the first blush, that sounds expensive. Okay?
Well, my
now,
question is,
yes.
Is there something else that I should be looking at?
Well, yeah, here's what I want to...
Hardy board.
Let's talk about it in general.
Everlast.
Let's talk about it in general. Hardy, there's nothing wrong with James Hardy siding. I would not put it on my home because I believe there are better alternatives. There's nothing wrong with James Hardy siding. I personally like Everlast. I researched it. These guys carry it, but and they carry James Hardy. So they don't care which one you use, right? But they have their favorites. I don't know what they are. Mine is, I like Everlast because of the impregnation of the minerals and the substance and the plastics they put into it. It's a composite that virtually is indestructible and lasts forever. Now, and it's waterproof. So I don't know what you do better than that. Somebody just picked up a line here, over here. Let me just put that on hold. Okay, so keep going, dear. Sue, so have you looked at anything else? Have you looked at, for example, vinyl-coated steel?
No, I haven't.
Okay. What were you going to say, Ted?
Shocked.
Yeah.
Well,
I was shocked at the price, and I just thought, I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not.
Go ahead, Ted. What do you think?
Well, both Everlast and James Hardy have their advantages. One of the big advantages of James Hardy is the fire rating on it.
Yes.
So when you're in the mountains, you know, the threat of fires and all those kinds of
but
things.
But I can't believe that Everlast would be a fire hazard.
It's not that it's a fire hazard. It just it doesn't have the rating.
Right.
For
what else is there? What about just vinyl siding? Vinyl coated steel or vinyl coated aluminum? What is it actually? Vinyl coated what?
Well, it's vinyl. It's vinyl. Vinyl coated steel is a good alternative.
Yes.
You know, because it's not going to burn. I mean, that's one of the biggest issues you have when you get up into the mountains.
Right.
You can always treat your cedar. I mean, and do a really, really good job that would last 10 years.
But it sounds like her cedar's in pretty bad shape. Is that right?
Yeah, it's got a lot of sun damage.
Well, yeah, but is it structurally cracking and all of that and warping, or is it it's just faded? Well, you know, you can enrich that. There are products now you can treat that, stain it, and then seal it. It's not going to last, I say 10 years on the outside, probably anywhere between 5 to 10, maybe 8 years.
Right, you're going to have to continue to treat it.
My problem is I have to stain it every 2.5 years.
Well, if you seal it properly with good product, you don't really have to do that, but you do have to keep, it's going to be 5 to 8 years. Listen, I think you should get bids on other materials, but you should check out those materials carefully. Now, other than whether you carry it or not, I love vinyl-coated steel. I don't want straight vinyl, personally. I don't know. Do you love straight vinyl?
Vinyl, and, you know, all these products have a place in the market.
Of course they do.
In the mountains, you don't really see vinyl.
No.
So vinyl-coated steel is a nice product. Again, you don't see a lot of it anymore. Even installers don't know how to do it.
If this was your home...
I have a problem with wind up here, too, so I don't know, is vinyl...
Well, you're not going to use vinyl. I'm not talking about vinyl. I'm talking about vinyl-coated steel. I'm talking about Everlast, or I'm talking about James Hardy. What about other composite materials? What are good ones?
There really isn't a whole lot of other composite materials out there on the market.
Not better than Everlast. Should it be comparable, maybe?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Does A&H come up to the mountains?
Yes, we do.
What part are you?
Where are you?
I'm up in Bailey.
I would like for you, if you could, to snap a picture of your house. But yeah, do you guys go to Bailey?
Yeah, we go to Bailey.
They go to Bailey. And you can, khwindows.com or what is it, 421-7100? 303-421-7100. But listen, Sue, if it was my home, I'd put on Everlast, but I'm not saying what to do. What would you put on? What would you put on your home right now if you were doing?
Well, I think Everlast, you can take Everlast right down to the ground because it doesn't soak up moisture, which is one of the problems with James Hardy. You can't take it right down to the ground.
What would you do if this was your house?
I'd lean toward Everlast more than anything else.
Okay. 303-713-TALK.
Ditch.
Does that seem high, 34 grand for a whole house? Or, sorry? Does it seem high? 34 grand? No.
Yeah. $3,000 a square.
Fuck! She's saying 34 grand for 74. Did she say 74 or 34? 34.
Oh, I thought you said 74.
No, 34 is
Drive up in the high country, you just got work from down to the highways.
13 squares is not bad for going all the way out. That's actually a reasonable.
I can't. No, I can't.
You know the bad thing about companies on the
well, with the I-70 corridor.
No, it was 34, right? That's what was in here.
But I also don't know if she's saying a 24 square job, 2,400 square foot program.
Back up there.
Would you hear 34 or 7?
34. 85 and Highway 66 are flat built to watch out for.
I like those big numbers.
You look at 74, holy, her house is probably only worth like 240.
Yeah, so if she got 24 square, $1,400 a square.
$30K
How that?
From a dog accidentally flooding the living room to a dog taking a joyride, we've covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers.
People have asked me, Tom, where do you get BioT? They've heard me talk about BioT. BioT
should leave
is
it fucking
really a
broken,
way
and then
to
maybe if enough
optimize your
people
hormones.
bitch
Not
about it.
just testosterone, but estrogen and some.
Can I put like a little Loctite on it, or?
Oh, they don't put shit on it. They
No,
don't do
would
shit.
that work? Or?
Well, here's the thing. It's got to be able to rotate.
Right.
But they did this fucking back.
Maybe we should put some Teflon.
They should do it longer. It should have a longer fuse.
720-361-2302.
Put a little Teflon tape.
Pellet therapy, the most natural delivery of
Well,
hormones.
it's harder to unscrew.
No, what happens is this. That's just
Brothers,
eliminating.
cool guys, great guys.
Because people aren't.
They
See, look,
work together as a
Dan,
family, so I
here's
call
the
them
ceiling
the
stuff. I
hormone
really don't
bases.
believe.
I just think it's cool. So that's how you can
You
buy
get
it.
it?
The hormone.
So this is threaded, bottom threaded, this part in the middle. So both of them have to screw into the middle part.
720-361-2302. All of the therapy you need to stay young and healthy.
What do I do?
Hormonebros.com.
Addiction.
Would you please watch your diction over there?
Increase muscle on your abs, thighs, and butt with only 4 30-minute sessions. This
Sorry, guys.
technique is called M-Sculpt, and it uses high-intensity focused electromagnetic technology to stimulate muscle growth while also eliminating fat. If you want a slimmer and more muscular body, call Dr. Adrian Stewart right now at 303-333-6060. That's 303-333-6060.
Roger.
What's it?
You know what bothers me about most chiropractors? They're getting away from chiropractic. They're doing the fake stem cell therapy. They do color therapy. They do lights. They do. It's crazy. Bright Light Chiropractic is a straight chiropractor. Dr. Mike Hederscheit, what a good guy, and he does chiropractic. He does light targeted adjustments to the nerves to help release pressure that helps your back align itself and your body heal itself. It's not magic, it's science, and he dedicates himself to pure chiropractic. You will love him. Now, he's at University and County Line, good for the whole family. If you're looking for a chiropractor or you're new to chiropractic, this is the great match right here. BrightLightDenver.com will tell you all about it. You can make your own appointment. You know, evaluations are only $50 for everything that's a workup with x-rays. BrightLightDenver.com.
Wouldn't it be nice to win $1,000?
Oh my God! That's freaking great, man.
I was always going to suggest with that lady is that she send us her address off.
Now, when you do imagery software and do some kind of
Freight Durant,
you do
the real
remote
estate man.
estimating,
Whether buying or selling,
Eagle Eye?
you can't.
Yeah. supermarket to generate
I'm not that
multiple
comfortable doing
offers,
it with,
and then we spend our time
yes,
aggressively
yes.
John Santucci sound familiar? He said he used to do shows on KOA. He's done commercials with you.
The real issue is the
He was a caller who was name dropping. I just wanted to ask because I'm having a moan on Friday. For problem.
The real estate man.
No, but I don't depend on my memory zeros.
Oh, but I do, Tommy. What?
You count on his memory?
I do. He is not. He can hear a voice
But not for
from
names,
10 years earlier and know the first name of that person.
Yes, but I don't know the name. Names are my worst thing. I know facts, figures, things about them.
And you associate it with voices.
Faces. I know all of that. Names, oh my God, I'm terrible with names.
What's your wife's name?
Honey. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. I will do the vacuum.
I asked her, are you the boss of me? And she goes, yes. And I said, but do you really mean it? She goes, yeah.
That you will call out Trump when he does something wrong and you will praise him with something right. You are very rare among talk show hosts, so I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I think it's really funny and irrelevant when people go, well, I don't know if I agree with you. Well, people are not supposed to agree with you all the time.
That's right. That would be boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Start your day with Ross Kaminsky. Mornings 5 to 10
Should,
on Denver's Talk Station.
I get asked Krenak about that Golden Tone.
Denver's Talk Station.
Justin County won't do anything about Golden Tone.
Well, no, what they do? What's that?
They're going to get involved on the remove or review.
What are we talking? Oh, they would do that.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Oh, man, there's so much going on. And while we're talking about all this construction, I have to tell you about GenesisTotalExteriors.com, okay? They're good guys. Mark Szymanski's a good guy. Genesis Total Exteriors. He goes from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs. And he does decks, by the way. And that's something a lot of people call about. But he's busy. But in the winter, you might be able to get some more stuff done inside. Does those basements. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Guys, you guys were the first ones to push me on this. K&H, Home Solutions, or Exterior Solutions, Home Solutions.
Home Solutions?
Yes, of course it is. Home Solutions, and you have all of the exterior stuff. Do you do any interior stuff at all? Have you ever thought about it?
We at one time did bathtub liners. We got in and out of that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Now, what I wanted to ask is, do you prefer... You were the first ones that really got me thinking about this. You said, don't use the number that much, Tom. Use our website. What do you think? What do you think people like hearing, websites or phone numbers? I think websites are easier to remember.
Yeah, I think more and more going to websites, they are easier to remember because, well, we have a fairly easy phone number, too.
Yeah, I know you do.
421-7100.
Right.
It's not that difficult to remember.
But khwindows.com.
Right.
It's pretty easy.
Correct.
Now, and I think people remember that. Did we call the shelter yet for the cat problem?
They're closed today, Tom. I'm going to have them back on Friday.
Good. We'll get them back on. And Emily has a used car problem. I want to get to her. Emily, what's going on with you?
Good morning. I'm calling because I bought a car and I paid $2,800.
Yeah, Mark said this the other day that we get these calls several times a week. You paid money for a used car as is. You did not get it checked out, and now you're having problems with it. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I took the car back into the shop and asked the guy if he would fix it for me because he said he was going to fix it, but I bought it. So,
Emily, when did you buy it, dear?
I bought this on Halloween Day.
Okay. You bought this October 31st?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The reason I'm asking this is because I need people to understand why we probably can't help if you bought it as is. Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now, did you think to have it taken to one of your mechanics to look at it and to check it out fully first?
Well, the gentleman told me that I would have to take it as the way it is, and so I wasn't...
So they wouldn't allow you to check it out?
Yes, sir.
Now, you know then, if you drove down the street and the engine blew up, he just told you, Emily, you have to take the car the way it is, and I'm not going to allow you to take it to a mechanic to check it out. So if you drove it down the street and the engine blew up, what do you think? Do you think you could make him fix it?
But no, but I pay him money to fix my car after I bought it.
But why would you? Why would you use them? Why wouldn't you just go to a mechanic to have it fixed? Why would you go back to them?
Because he told me he was going to fix it.
Okay, but he was going to charge you to do it. Is that right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Well, there are 1,000 shops that will tell you I'm going to fix it. So why this shop? This is what I don't understand. Emily, did you feel because you... I'm trying to understand. Did you feel because you bought it there that he knew the car better or that he would give you a better deal?
Well, yes.
But he's the one that sold it to you with the problem.
Yes, I understand.
So
that.
why did you trust him is what I'm asking.
Because he seemed like he was honest.
Okay, now, how much did you pay him to fix it?
120, but I put like 1,000. I put in like about $1,500 on the car, tires, and everything.
Emily, when you bought it, what's the first thing you spent money on? Was it the 120 or was it tires?
It would have been the tire, the oil change.
And tires?
Tires.
So you spent about how much on it before this $120? How much did you spend before that?
About 1,500.
Okay, so you spent $1,500 plus $2,800 to buy it. So now you're up to you know, a lot of money, $4,300, right? Now, now you have to pay $120. And what was that for? The $120?
For him to fix the part on the motor that he was promised he would fix.
What's the I don't know of anything on a car you can have done for $120. So what is it? Do you know what he said he would do?
I don't know how to explain it.
All right, I understand. And when was that $120 repair done?
It was done. Let me get the receipt. I got the receipt right
Just
there.
roughly, when was it done?
On the 10th of this month, last month.
Okay, that's okay, okay. And what's wrong today? Why are you calling me today?
Because I talked to him and I told him I wanted him to fix my car.
I understand that, and you paid him $120. So what's the problem?
The motor, it don't start. The car doesn't start. I have problems with it every day.
How many miles on it?
Jesus Christ, I don't know.
You have any idea?
Let me ask, and I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Let me ask my friend.
123,000. I talked to her earlier.
Oh, yeah, 123,000. Okay. Now, what year is it?
It's a 2009.
Okay. So listen, what do you want right now, Emily?
What do you want? Him to fix my car.
But he's not going to. And he doesn't have to. And the most I can do is probably get your $120 back. Emily, you bought a car totally blind. So whatever you bought is what you bought. And why did you think it would be different than that? Because you thought he was honest and nice and he would take care of you, right?
Well, yeah, because I'm disabled. How you say, you know?
But what does that matter? What does that matter?
It doesn't matter. But I mean, he took money from a disabled person.
Well, you know what? People do that every day. And this is a good lesson. But what car did you have before this?
I had an Oldsmobile.
I mean, how long have you had that previous car? How long did you have it?
I had it a couple of years.
Did it treat you well?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Where'd you buy it?
From a friend.
Okay. Listen, this car, I don't have any idea what's wrong with it. What's the name of the place you bought it?
It's Balboa. It's BALBOA Autos.
Balboa?
Yeah, it's Balboa Autos.
Yeah, okay. Balboa Autos.
And where is it?
It's 5301 West Colfax, Lakewood.
Okay. Listen, did you call him, Dan? You said you took this problem.
No, I didn't give them a call. I just told her. Yeah, talked to her.
I mean, this is like, what do we do about this? I mean, this is an epidemic. So what do we do? You're not the only one.
How much did she spend on it?
She spent $2,800 plus $1,500.
Okay, but I mean, reality in 09, whatever it is, for $2,800 probably isn't that horrible of a deal, even if it needs an alternator, some belts and stuff. But it is. It's the same stuff again.
You need an alternator.
It's not like they got her for 15 grand, is what I'm saying.
Where is your car right now?
It's sitting right outside of my house. It don't start. Yeah, I got to get a boost to my car every day.
Okay, well, Emily, you need to pay to have a pre-buy inspection done on that car that you should have done before you bought it. You need to pay to it's not that much, but you got to do it because I can't send out my guys free every time because, and I don't make any money on it, but you need to call SOS Inspections or Automotive MDs. You need to have them come to your place and do a pre-buy inspection, even though you bought it, because I'd like to know what's wrong with the car, and then see if we can help you get it fixed honestly from somebody, but that's all I can help you with. We can't make this deal or do anything for you.
She might be close to Kevin if she can jumpstart it, get it down there to Sheridan Auto Tech.
Now, Suzanne, hook her up with somebody, and then let's see. And I want to hear from these people when we have our people look at it. But do you guys hear this every single day? Is Emily listening? Make sure she pick up the phone so she doesn't hear me.
At least these guys didn't rip her face off.
Pick up the phone so she doesn't hear me. Emily is ignorant. And there are so many people like her. They just dig their own grave. I mean, why do they do it? Pass the word around, please. Pass the word around.
09 for 2800. You heard of the PT Cruiser, right? They're one of the worst cars.
But every day we get these calls of people, 100 and this many miles, and, oh no, I didn't get it checked out because he said it was good.
Well, if someone tells you you got to drive, you got to pay for it in order to get it inspected, that should be a flag.
You leave.
Yeah.
Or SOS will go right to the car dealer if they won't allow her to take it out. Yeah. And there are people that won't allow them to.
It sounds like it just needs a battery or an alternator, or maybe.
Well, I thought you just had an alternator.
Gotcha.
But you're right. It's probably cables and stuff. I mean, that's usually what happens. Just cleaning up the cables a lot of times.
Might not be anything that serious.
Right.
Well, even if it's the alternator, I mean, we're not talking.
I thought you said she replaced the alternator.
I didn't hear that.
No, she spent $1,500.
Well, that better be one hell of an alternator.
No, she said oil change.
So, guess what? We had our evaluation at Icon Eye Care yesterday. I say we. I had my clear lens exchange for perfect vision because I have brand new lenses. Yeah, LASIK is fine if you want LASIK, but if you want permanent vision forever and ever and ever and you don't want to ever wear glasses, well, my honey got her checkup yesterday, and she's going to get a clear lens exchange, and you can too. 866-GOT-ICON, or of course you can call for LASIK. They're the best. IconEyeCare.com.
Hey Tom, did you ask them if you can get a color on that?
They're working on, not them, but what is it? The manufacturers are working on it.
Okay.
Slowburn, breakout podcast of the year, armchair expert with Dax Shepard, and best crime podcast of the
Can you just color?
and thousands more on iHeartRadio. And coming
What is a clear lens exchange in Magic?
Clear lens exchange. I'll explain it to you. It's great.
your stations, your podcasts, anytime, anywhere.
So we were just talking about that pre-buy inspection. That's one of the things that Kevin does. Kevin Calkin is the owner of Sheridan Auto Tech, 2 locations. They're in Lakewood on Colfax, just west of Wadsworth, and in Aurora on Havana, just south of 6th Avenue. He has been around for a long time. He values his customers, and they love him. And you will too. Sheridan Auto Tech, honest, ethical, quality auto repair and maintenance at its best. 303-455-7242. 455-7242.
Wonder why Europeans seem to speak so many languages? Maybe it's because
it'd be better for her to go to Sheridan just so that way.
Is his website SheridanAutotech.com? Do you know, Mark? I don't have it down here.
What is it?
Is it SheridanAutotech.com?
I think it is. I'll double check.
I contend people don't know how to spell that.
Using Babel's
Sheridan.
15-minute lessons, you can be speaking confidently.
That's because it's spelled different ways.
I was amazed that I could
It is SheridanAutotech.com.
right away. It was so fast. Now I'm speaking Spanish.
So,
Babel is the #1 selling language learning app in Europe. Try it for yourself and see why Babel is.
So they actually go and they change the lens in your eye?
yeah, here's what they do. They take out your lens. Instead of getting LASIK, which your eyes keep getting older,
Try it for free.
they take out your lens and put in brand new lenses. The new lenses will never need changing. They'll never get old. They'll never go out of blur. They'll never get cataracts. It's permanent. And you get 20, 20 years.
It's cataract surgery with an upgraded lens.
But they used to do cataract surgery, and you had to pick your lens, close or far. That's all. So most people pick far and use readers. Now,
or they did monovision.
Yeah, but now there's no monovision.
That's right. Sure. I got a cataract. I'm going to need to
just get both lenses.
Get clear lens.
And but you got to get.
But they have a lens that's basically a bifocal type lens.
No, it's not a bifocal. It focuses. It focuses.
Just like a little dots on it.
It's just like your natural eye. It's not a bifocal. You don't have to learn anything. You absolutely can see perfectly. Far and near.
Synchrony?
What's that?
Synchrony, what's it called?
Oh, what is it called? It's something crystal lens is one of them. Crystal lens, like crystal lens. And another one is Symphony.
Symphony, that's right. The lenses.
That's, I just had my...
But go to Icon. Don't go anywhere else. I mean, they're the ones that pioneered this.
And then if you're getting it paid for, the cataracts through insurance, usually you can upgrade to the new lens.
That's all you do is pay the upgrade.
And you may be able to postpone.
I'm waiting for bionic ones that can zoom in and out.
Which we really should call
an X-ray vision.
I'm telling you, Ted, perfect.
You have to be able to turn it off.
Now, I need X-ray off.
Whoa! I didn't want to see that one.
For the tiniest of I'm not talking about normal tiny.
And they put on a good bottle.
And with bad contrast. Like, do you know sometimes these deodorants or shampoos or tubes that have aluminum and then black lettering on it? That's weird, you know.
I think that's by design.
And to get rid of this bad asset. It is a long process.
But we,
when you sign up,
are you still using Chris Linares as your
refund?
Do you use her?
I haven't yet. My doctor told me he's retiring, so I'm going to give a call.
Do you do biopsy?
If you have an addict in your life, you most likely need information. Like, how did it happen? What do
I'd recommend it.
How do I approach them? What do I do? Is it serious?
Do you ever have mood swings?
Than another. And what you can do is call them with any question confidentially.
Sleep issues?
Note this number. Here it is,
720-893-5555. I wasn't
Biopsy is for hormones, you know.
About addiction.
720-893-5555.
He's really into politics.
I'm glad I did it.
Politics is the most important. Keeping it honest, a little bit of corruption there. And pointing out flaws. Here's the email. Look, you liar. John Henry. Today at 1 on 6:30 K.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Mike, welcome to the show. What's happening in your life? Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, man. What can I do for you?
Hey, yeah, a while back I used Ideal Home Loans and bought me a house, closed back in June 5th.
Okay,
was good company.
Tell me about Ideal. Was there anything special? Like what impressed you about them?
At first it was kind of slow. Actually went through 4 loan officers.
Yeah.
The 4th one ended up taking care of everything and closed on my house within 3 weeks.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, in the beginning when you call, they want to assign it to somebody that's not overloaded, and they got to get you with the right person. But they also
they had 3 people that ended up quitting. So
that's too bad. But I'm glad you had a good result. And for those listening, idealhomeloans.com. Listen, I want to ask you something. Did you go with the pick your own term?
Yes, I did.
So what I mean by this is you can get the lower rate, but you don't have to go back to 30 years if you don't want to. You can pick any amount. You can do 17 years. You can do 18. You can do 22.
I went ahead and went with the 30-year just to keep my payment down at this point. But
okay.
One of these days when I refinance, I will drop it down.
And by the way, just so you know, even going with a 30-year, if you make extra payments, use an amortization schedule. Don't just send in double payments. That's a waste of money. You send in your normal payment, and then on the line, the amortization schedule, go to the following month and look at the principal payment only and send that in, and then mark it, not by the month, but you say number 30 principal payment. So if you're sending in payment number 29 on the schedule, you look and say number 30 principal. And then the next month if you do it, you write down the months, because that people make principal payments sometimes that aren't applied properly because they just... Well, here's what some servicers do. If you send in 2 checks, they keep the check for the following month, and you're not really getting ahead, but I appreciate it. Now, did you use Aurora Orthodontics, I heard, as well?
Yes, I did. I got bad sleep apnea, and I didn't want to wear a CPAP machine for the rest of my life, so I went in and seen Kent, and last Wednesday they put the retainer on my lower jaw to get that placed the way it should.
And the end result is going to be straight teeth.
Deal. Yeah, so another, 4 to 6 months, I'll get another one for the top to start pulling my palate down.
Cool.
So I can start breathing easier.
That's very cool.
I got 2 years, and I'm all excited for it.
Mike, thank you for listening to me. I really appreciate it.
And there's one more thing.
What?
Fix It 24/7. I pulled them into my house, and they ran a bunch of electrical in my garage. And they just treated me very well, came in professionally.
Well, thank you.
Done in a couple hours and left, and I appreciate all the good companies you guys work with.
Well, thank you very much, and they're on referralist.com. By the way, Ideal Home Loan, somebody just asked for that number. It's 303-867-7000. 867-7000. Renee wants to talk about Arapahoe Kia. Alicia wants to talk about Social Security. We also have K&H Home Solutions with us, and we will be talking about problems, questions, and complaints about the home and more.
2019 is here.
You wanted that as a fix-it spot, right?
No, not fix it. Ideal.
Ideal. I'm sorry, Ideal.
Yeah, Ideal. I'll be right back.
Continue to raise short-term rates, like auto loans, credit cards. Many of our clients are paying off their credit cards.
I haven't seen her carrying around the jug, but I think she is. I mean, I naturally drink that. I don't tell you what. 8 of these? That's not a lot of water.
Well, I'll see the reference.
What are these, 16 times 8? Yeah. No, 164 is a gallon.
Oh, okay, this is actually 17. So hold on. Let's do some math, bud.
It's 108. 109.
So let's see. A gallon's what?
164.
Divided by 17. That's what it is.
Mark, Frank wasn't available for his live today, so I don't think it's a big deal, but he also wasn't on the list. And Grant thinks he might have put him in as a recorded. Is that okay when Frank's not available, or does it still need to be a live?
On Wednesdays, he does his live.
Even if he's not available?
No, if he's not available, then he just runs a pre-recorded.
Okay.
Or Tom will just do it live.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because Grant threw him in, I think, as a recorded live, if he's even on the log. That kid's so sick. He just, but I just want to be sure. But Frank was not available, and he wasn't on the list. So
when's his replacement getting here?
Any minute.
Can you spray yourself before you come in?
Yeah, no shit.
Suzanne!
It's 9. It's 9 of these.
What are you trying to figure?
Okay.
What are you trying to get?
A gallon of water a day. How many of these? It's 9. I drink usually at least 6 of these a day, maybe 8. I'm just saying a gallon's not that much.
Oh man, it's more than I drink. Well, I tell you, I drink half that.
It's more than I drink too. I keep thinking I need to drink more water. I just don't get around to it.
Right.
Where did a gallon a day come from anyhow?
She got it from somebody and stuff. I mean, if you look up and stuff, actually that's probably double what someone her size should be drinking. But
well, I mean, no matter what, water's good. It flushes.
Well, right, but there is too much too. There is.
People do that, not LSD, what's
ecstasy.
That? Ecstasy, and they'll fucking kill themselves drinking too much water.
All the kids, yeah. They'll get super messed up, and for whatever reason,
they'll just keep chugging
gallons of water.
You just get that thirsty?
And I don't know. I think you're just super whacked out.
Wow.
You forgot you just had water.
Or it feels good. Who knows, man? But that's a lot, like gallons. I mean, like 2 gallons of water in
like just dry mouth.
Like in a half hour.
Man, just you'd be on the just.
I wonder what it. How does it kill you though? What does it do?
So it's
so much in your belly, like it squeezes your heart.
But it messes up your homeostasis in your blood.
Oh.
So it gets rid of. You have to have a certain sodium content, right? And it dilutes your sodium content to a fatal point.
Right. It's called water intoxication.
I know, that's what I called it.
Drinking an extreme amount in a short time. Yep, you're right. It can cause the level of salt or sodium in your blood to drop too low. That's a condition called something or other.
Something wrong.
It's very serious
But they
and
drink
can be fatal.
Gallons?
So like
What can be? What can be? These kids that do these drugs and they drink too much water and they die from drinking too much water. Ecstasy.
But why does that induce?
It takes the salt out of your blood.
I think, if I recall, it's called hypotensiomia.
Damn,
You want me to spell it?
your recall is amazing.
I'm great with names and medical conditions.
As long as I got Google.
That is incredible.
So next thing coming up is a 60 for budget A1.
It takes 6 liters of water to kill a 165-pound person.
How much?
6 liters of water.
Which is about, a gallon and a half, right?
Over how much time, though?
You know,
Does not say.
it's you actually. What do you? It does something. You don't drown though, do you?
No.
It so dilutes the sodium content in your blood, and that's fatal.
Okay.
But that's a gallon and a half.
Yeah, but if you drink that over like
5, 4, 3. I love Budget A1 transmission and auto repairs offer. If you're suspecting a transmission problem and you're inclined to get it fixed, you're not obligated, but you just think you may, they will take apart your transmission, lay it out, and give you an exact estimate free of charge. That's removing the transmission, looking it over, and giving you an estimate. Free. If you decide to get the work done, it's still free. They don't back charge you. If you decide not to have the work done, no charge. If you decide to take it somewhere else, still free. You cannot beat this deal. There's nothing but upside for you. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth, for all your auto repair and maintenance needs, including transmissions, all done in-house. 303-781-9858. And that's the free removal and inspection of your transmission. Budget A1. 303-781-9858, 781-9858.
Dude, it's most common with schizophrenia. And it's common in soldiers,
Overwatering
and sports athletes. Yeah.
I can see where.
Why schizophrenia, though?
I would see.
I mean, paranoid delusions make you do all sorts of weird stuff, right?
I guess
You're
so.
right, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, Dan, is that true?
What are you talking about? Just a second.
Drink to that.
999. Exit.
2 things happen.
3 to 4 liters of water in a short amount.
I figured you could help with this. Can you open your email? Okay, because it's going to take a little bit of going through. So it's the health one. So she won NFL draft for later this year. You can see the attachments, legals at her, and everybody. They asked for birth certificate, or I'm sorry, a birth date, social security number. She just wanted to be sure everything. Story Anheuser-Busch. She just wanted to be sure everything was legit before she gave out that information. You can see the attachments from legal. I think it's Anheuser-Busch legal.
690-0100. 303-690-0100.
Pretty creative on some of these scams.
Ideal Home Loans.
I think I don't open attachments for anybody that I don't recognize.
You know? You're actually that paranoid.
I do. We've gotten hacked before. And we've gotten hacked before at the business and had to rebuild our systems because of it. So.
Oh, I thought you meant like something that comes from federal.
Do you see what the new Prime charge is? Because you do Prime, right?
What's that?
The new Prime, they just raised it to 121.
How much was it before?
And some of it could be legitimate stuff, but they don't identify themselves.
You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's
Old Chesterfield Road.
This is the Troubleshooter.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Wink and Wink, bankruptcy attorneys that I hope, honest to goodness, you never need. I know they don't like it, right? Because they have to stay in business, but I'm sure they find something else to do. This is a consumer show. We deal with a lot of people in debt. We deal with a lot of people who've done dumb things, but people who want to avoid problems. That's what we do, help. It's all about help. And sometimes, unfortunately, the callers are pawns, meaning that they're part of our chess game that we position to teach you how to play the game. And not all get help directly, but we try. We have a lot of cases we've been asked about in limbo, things we're investigating, we'll talk about. The number to reach us, 303-713-TALK, right here and now. But we're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Hello, everyone. I know we get a huge online audience, plus hits on the YouTube, plus we get, of course, iHeartRadio app. And they want to know what to do. If you are calling us now, if you're watching us now, tape delayed or whatever, and you want to get a hold of us 24/7, it's 303-MARTINO. That number comes straight to our office, and when we're on the air, straight to this studio. 303-627-8466. K&H Home Solutions in the house today, and we talked about a bit about the siding. They do siding, they do windows, they do doors. And we do have a question coming up that I really want to know about the special they're doing on Name Your Own Deal. But let's talk about your problem, all right? What is going on with you, Renee? What's happening?
Hi, Tom. This is Renee. I hate to do this because they really took care of me when we bought our van last year, but they sold me on an incentive, a military incentive. Full disclosure, I got an incentive as part of the loan. But this was a separate incentive in the form of a check that was going to be mailed directly to me back in November. And
what are we talking about? What incentive for what?
A military incentive. I'm a military veteran, Desert Storm 86 to 91, and they sold me on that. And it
what
really
did they say?
the
Well, where, did you see this advertised somewhere?
No, it wasn't advertised. This was brought up by their salesman.
So you were there, and they said, "Oh, you're a veteran. We're going to do this for you."
Yes, sir. They did, and they were two separate incentives. I thought it was one, but it was one for the loan and a separate one in the form of a.
But it did not.
Form of a check.
This is important to me. It's not what brought you in the store.
No, it really helped with the price, but that wasn't a deal breaker. No.
Okay, when you walked in and not walked in, but when you went there and they gave you the incentives, what were the two different incentives exactly? What are they?
One was for $4,000
off.
Which went direct
$4,000 off.
Off of the vehicle, correct.
Okay. What was the other one?
The other one was $400 in the form of a check mailed to me after the sale was done.
A rebate.
A rebate, correct.
Right. Well, I know Kia's got a $400 military rebate, but you got to be active military. So
now,
I don't know.
What I want to know is what did they not do?
They did not send the $400 check. It's the only one I'm still waiting for.
Okay. Now, what do they say about it?
They have not contacted me. I have numerous emails, which is why I'm calling you. Numerous emails, numerous phone calls to various people, including Kia Corporate. I do not have one response from any of those parties, letting me know at the very least the status of...
You know what? I'm going to take back what I said. It does say veterans as well, including those who have been honorably discharged or on disability and their immediate family. So would he qualify for that? I don't know.
Well, I think he would. Let's go back to...
We lost him, Tom. Hopefully he calls right back.
Renee, I'm sorry. I pressed a button by mistake. Renee, we're going to call them for you. So you can call back, okay? 303-713-TALK. Is that Renee? If not, is that Renee? Good. And people, if you want to get through now with full lines, you can get through at 303-MARTINO, 303-627-84... Let's see, 303-627-8466. 303, yeah, why do I say that a million times and one time I don't get it? 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Okay, so let's call for Renee. It says veterans, right, Mark? You don't see any...
Yeah, but it's through Kia. It's not really through the dealer. And it says it's got a military discount, $400, and it looks like he'd qualify long as he gave them whatever proof they need.
And I said this hour brought to you by Wink & Wink Bankruptcy Attorneys. I didn't give the number out, but I do want to mention the most important thing about a bankruptcy is a fresh start, but the thing people are using now is to stop foreclosures. If you're underwater and in trouble, that arrearage can be spread out to 5 years for you to pay it. Really, with no penalties. Winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720 to avoid a foreclosure or to get a fresh start. Now, let's keep going on the phones and find out really what we can do for you. We want to get directly involved. And Mark and Dan, any open cases that we can talk about?
Yeah, lady called yesterday. You remember this one? And let me pull up the...
Is this the Russian pawn shop?
No, that's a great one.
People are pissed at me because I mentioned it yesterday and never actually brought it back up again. So I have to bring that up. But what are you talking about?
We had a woman call in, I can't pull up her name right now, and basically said, hey, I work for this television crew.
Oh, yeah. She worked for a producer to do a show called The Lifted Life.
That's right.
Out of Golden. It's a shop out there, not The Lifted Life. There's a shop that basically spiffs up, as they call it, they pimp
raise them or whatever.
These SUVs and trucks.
Yeah, Leanne, that was her name.
So Leanne didn't get paid from the producer. Spacola, I guess his name was.
Yeah, I reached out to him through LinkedIn. Dan also reached out to him through email, where he reached out through him through text.
Did he get back to us?
He got back to me fairly quick, and he says, listen, I acknowledge I owe it. I can't do anything. I have no cash flow right now. I'm trying to make ends meet.
Sounds like a TV producer.
It sounds like a TV producer.
But you know what?
He said the only reason
he called back.
Well, that's right. He reached right out. He says, I have every intent. Hopefully I'm closing a deal next month, and I'll be able to pay her. That's what he said.
Hey, okay, we're on it. Now, the Russian pawn shop, I promise you in a few minutes we will talk about it, okay? Now, Kareem.
Yes, hi, Tom.
You called yesterday. The place,
yes.
You bought an RV from Intermountain Coach Leasing, and that's in Colorado Springs, right?
Right.
They could not deliver title, and you bought it back in December. No, actually, July. Sorry, July. They can't deliver title. Now, when they can't deliver title, they have to undo the deal.
Yeah, but the owner, who can only be reached by email occasionally.
Yeah, I know. They said that they have no authority at all
to do anything. How they run a business, just the day-to-day operations.
It's a rinky-dink place, and they're full of crap. Kareem, did you call them about undoing the deal?
I called him, and he said he was going to get me the title in 2 weeks, and that was on December 30th.
No, you didn't get it. Okay, but after we talked to him, did you call him back?
No, I didn't call him back yet.
Okay. How much did you pay for this unit?
Out the door, $117,000.
Did you pay for the whole thing, or is it financed?
I paid cash.
This is going to be a tough one. I'll bet you they don't have the money.
That's my concern.
Well, at least he has the vehicle, but who the hell knows who owns it?
As a licensed dealer, they have to have a bond.
That's right.
You have to go after their bond. Now, the next call you're going to make, Kareem, is to the dealer licensing board. You need to get this going so we can get their bond. I believe these people are lying, cheating ripoffs.
What's the phone number you have for them?
719, is it 719-243-6154? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, people, this is serious. We're talking about $117,000, and there's a good chance this guy lost his money. He can't get a title, and they can't get a hold of the owner except once in a while by email, once every 2 weeks or something. This is a terrible thing.
And I heard it right from the GM's mouth personally.
And what we need to do is let them know, seriously now, I don't want you to be rude or vulgar, but you need to let them know you heard about them on the radio, and you're going to spread the word about them not delivering title and not undoing a deal, and an owner that is unresponsive.
Maybe I should head down there during the day.
Well, I'll tell you what, you meet Kareem there with the RV. This guy has been royally ripped off. He has not gotten a title since July. So it's 719-243-6154. Now, we verified this information with the GM. No, he does not have a title. They can't get a hold of the owner. This sucks, and we need to do something about it. You see, people, you may not have this problem, but you may have another problem in the future. That's why we all stick together. So now Kareem needs our help. And by God, we need to help him. That dealership needs to know this is not an isolated incident where they can do their dastardly deeds in the dark. They need to have a light shined on them right now, and we'll watch the rats and cockroaches flee. This dealership is very, very questionable. If anyone is near there, I would like to know a little bit about them. I want to know, are there people in the lot? Are there people there shopping? Perhaps they should know that this dealership has a problem delivering title. Here's the number to this dealership, and I urge you to let them know in a nice way. You've heard about them. You're going to spread the word, and this is not an isolated little act they can hide from. This is not going to go away. 719-243-6154. The call would go something like, hello, well, this is Intermountain Coach Leasing. You were just talked about on the radio. You're not delivering title on an RV that the man spent over $100,000 on, and you're not going to undo the deal either, and you can't even talk to your owner except once every 2 weeks by email? Can you believe that there's an operation like this? Mark,
it's hard to believe, I know.
I do not mean this as an insult, I swear to God, or a slight. Did he have a foreign accent?
No, he didn't.
Okay. I'm just curious if maybe the reason we don't hear from him is maybe he's overseas. That's the reason I asked that. Now, Kareem, you need to call the dealer licensing board right now. We need to put an action against their bond because you need your money back. You know, Mark, we didn't ask about the money back. We only asked about the title. Perhaps we should call again and say, if he takes that back, will he get his money back? You cannot deliver title. If they're licensed in the state of Colorado, they have a bond, they have to deliver title, or they give the money back. Their number, again, Intermountain Coach Leasing, do not let them go unnoticed. Do not let them hide in the dark. Shine a light. 719-243-6154. And by God, if their attorneys are listening, know this. We talk to them. We will let them on the air. We will be their cheerleader if they deliver title. They admitted they didn't deliver title. They admit that they don't talk to the owner except every once in a while, every 2 weeks by email. Now think about this. We want to help Intermountain Coach Leasing do the right thing. We want to help them. This is a public service. Just think if they had this problem and did not know about it. Letting them know about it and letting them know they can call us back and immediately go on the air is a public service. So people, when you call 719-243-6154, 719-243-6154. Tell them they can reach us at 303 Martino.
This report is sponsored by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers.
Listen to this
Highway
guy.
drive in the metro area, Tom. 1 minute.
Okay.
Centino Schultz 60. Their portion that ramp.
Okay, I'll look for Centino. I'm not sure we have it, but I'll look.
The rest of the drive looking good. I-25 up to speed from Thornton and Northwood through downtown. I can pull up in one of your records right now.
What's that? No, I meant I'm looking for Centino.
Highway 6 is closed. Once again, in Clear Creek Canyon for rockfall mitigation.
I saw him interviewed on one of the news stations.
Good.
Yeah. He was talking about chiropractors doing the
fakes. Oh, was that months ago on Channel 7?
No, this is just recently.
Good.
They're on 31.
Maybe I'm making enough noise.
Joyride, we've covered it. Talk to farmers. We know
Who's that?
The call with that guy yesterday.
Their phone's amazing. It automatically records. It's not.
If you want to avoid surgery, there's a good possibility that stem cell therapy can do it, but only if you get living stem cell therapy. Unfortunately, there are many chiropractors out there lying and cheating. delivering dead cells, calling them stem cells. If you go to any clinic that has the material shipped in, it is a lying, cheating ripoff. This is 60. So, you need to go to where they harvest the stem cells on site. Centeno Schultz. AvoidSurgeryToday.com is a website to reach them. AvoidSurgeryToday.com. Call for an evaluation at 303-963-9201 or find out about their weekly seminars and go to one. It's important. If you're going to do this, do it the right way. 303-963-9201. Centeno Schultz, AvoidSurgeryToday.com.
I should have had time. Don't be that person that says
This after ordering your remodeling project, right, Dad? You've got that right, Todd. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. Simply put, we make people happy. Ever since the 80s, we've proven ourselves by being picky. Tell the folks, Todd. Well, there's only one way we'll resurface cabinets.
You are not looking good. You are white and gray.
Just thank you.
General Grant.
Windows and entry doors? Dad, how about you 2 cents?
Not feeling well. Hopefully bugs can't come through the window.
Installation is finished. You're exactly why they'll be able to join those that say, done right, did right by me. So folks, whether it's kitchens, baths, counters, or floors, even the place of windows or doors, as always, you have our word.
Did you see Almost Home Adoption reviews?
Yeah, I was reading them on Google.
What were they saying?
That the adoption process is trash, but nothing else about the money. I didn't see anyone else saying they denied me for no donations or anything like that. Just that the process is not good, that they make you come in a bunch of times to bond with the cat, and then they won't let you have the cat, that they're rude, etc. No one else said, hey, I didn't donate enough money.
And I wonder if this guy's just putting 2 and 2 together. How do you get cats anywhere?
And take the stress off your shoulders.
Yeah, but you know how it is, like when you go in and find the dog you want or the cat you want. It would suck to get that one, because I went through like 5 breeders to find the dog I wanted.
What kind of dog?
French Bulldog.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
The big ears. With the big ears, the Frenchies.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Is he this big?
She's actually pretty small. She's about this by this. She's not as wide as most. I mean, by French Bulldog size, she's pretty small. Yeah, she's about 20 pounds.
But the Frenchies aren't as big as the other ones.
No,
the other ones
she's
are like solid trunks. Oh my God.
That's like an anchor.
You know, bulldogs are so damn popular. There's just something about them. Do they have good personality?
Yeah, great personality.
You! Holy shit! Is this a puppy picture?
No, she's 9 months in that one probably.
Oh, she's so cute. Look at her, Dad. She's adorable. Oh, she's a
little bat.
Oh, no, she is. What's her name? He treats you like what a baby. Oh, my God. What a baby. Can you send, I want to show Steph. We love you. Send that to her.
So French Bulldogs are the most intelligent of the Bulldog breed.
I might have it.
But I don't want to say it out loud before our clients to back it up. In Lakewood, Colfax, and Wadsworth, and in Aurora, 2nd, and Havana. Sheridan Auto Tech.
What happened?
I'm going to show it to Steph.
We refer to her as the run.
Yeah.
We call her the run.
Does she come into the office? Yeah. Oh, God, she's cute. Do you have a dog, Ted?
No, I don't.
You know, I don't have one now. Stephanie doesn't want to get one for a while. She said,
Your first 30-day supply is free shipping and handling.
She's kind of right. Here's what she'll do on a really cold morning, icy, snowy. She'll go say, you know what you'd be doing right now?
1-800-257.
But that gets you out.
It's the new Dan Campbell
I think that forces you to get out and walk.
I agree.
Hey, Wednesday
it's nicer if you have a yard and you just kick their ass.
Really up to with this fake campaign for president and a bill to ban taking cell phones while driving should that pass in Colorado. No charges filed against a school teacher for taping a child to a chair. Join me.
I was just talking about us getting a dog. I was texting. I want to show you. Oh, thank you, hon. I want to show you a photo. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We will really, really, really help you if you call us soon enough. So don't sit on your rights, okay? Now, Jessica, what's going on with you, Jess? Jessica.
Yes.
What's going on with this NFL thing?
I received a email. So around Christmas time, they were doing a giveaway. One of the prizes being like an ugly sweater, and one of the larger prizes being going to the NFL. I received an email stating that I had won.
Okay, now, when did you get the email saying you won?
It was no, actually, it's probably around Thursday.
And what did...
Of last week.
Here's what's a really important question. What do they want?
They want social security number, birth date, basically all your personal information.
Well, that's ridiculous. Why do they need all that? What do they say?
Yeah.
Hey, can you send us the email? Oh, wait, we got it. Okay, I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah.
I want to see. Now, most of the time, these people don't need any of this crap, okay? So I'm going to look at it right here, and legal department. Oh, they're trying to be real official, okay. And they call it the Bud Light NFL, blah, 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 no purchase necessary. Now, this looks pretty official. They could have copy and pasted that. Let's look at the other one then. The one where it says, I, so-and-so, submit this release to Anheuser-Busch in consideration of, and then you check, and then, man, it looks pretty damn legit as far as all the trouble they went through. They want your signature, date, social security number, address, phone number. I don't know. This is really weird. Did you contact Anheuser-Busch?
I did. I contacted the phone number on there.
No, not the phone number on there. That's just one they have set up if they're phony.
No, I did not.
Well, let's do it. Let's just see if this is... I mean, anyway, the phone number you called, did it sound suspicious?
No, not at all, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you do research on the company that it came from, they do host giveaways.
But I fail to see why they need your social and all of that info.
And when I asked them, they did state that it's something that I will have to file taxes on.
What do they say you...
I'll have to
well, I know, but that's what you do. They don't need to do that.
But they might might send her a 1099 for it.
Okay, it's possible, I guess. But what do they want other than this? Nothing. By the way, what exactly did you win?
So I won a 3 days draft. Basically, I get to go to the draft 3 days in a row. They pay for airfare there and back, so round trip for 2 people. And they pay for hotel stay for 2 nights.
You know, the only thing I didn't like about this, I looked up the address, and I went to the street view on Google, and it's a house. It's a little bizarre. I figured it would be Anheuser-Busch, and if you look at the extension on the phone number, it's extension 1, which is a little odd, but I don't know. It looks legit.
I know, but also scammers, when they're good, go through incredible lengths.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I always say if you didn't enter something, be very, very suspect, but you actually remember entering something.
Yep. Originally, I was just trying to win a ugly Christmas sweater.
Why don't we call that number and see if they'll come on air, and we'll ask them some questions. I mean, if they're legit, why would it be an issue?
But they are not Anheuser-Busch, but I'd like to know if Anheuser-Busch, I'd like to talk to PR at Anheuser-Busch. So Anheuser-Busch must have PR we can get to. Did you Google the phone number, Mark?
I did not Google the phone number. I did the actual address.
I'll do that right now.
I'm sure the phone number will equal this Rio Creative.
Well, okay. We'll see. I mean, yeah, Rio Creative. But we ought to ask Anheuser-Busch, are you sponsoring something with Rio Creative, and do you need this information? I mean, let's face it, if it is legit, what do they need?
Well, the biggest thing I see on there is the Social Security they're asking for.
Yeah,
and the birth date.
And the signature and all of that. I mean, with that information, I can open up accounts for her all over.
Absolutely.
I have everything I need.
But on top of that, if it truly is a prize and it's legit, they're going to need her. They're going to need all that information as well.
So what do you do then to protect yourself?
Well, like you said, you call up.
Okay. 303-713-TALK. Hold on. We're going to make some phone calls for you because that's what we do, right?
This is Denver's Talk.
What do I need to do now? You know I got a spot coming up?
I think calling Anheuser-Busch makes sense. Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, for 60 seconds.
obviously a number not listed in that email.
That took forever though to figure out who to even talk to.
The Highway Drive in the metro area in pretty good shape right now. Just a few little blips here.
Yeah,
There was down I-70 in the elevated portion that ran northbound 225 to westbound I-70 heavy.
They might have a different marketer for every region or every state. I have no idea. I'll tell you this, we are advertising heavier than probably anybody.
On 6th Avenue in Lakewood, up in the high country.
You're right. I mean, they're going to give her a 1099 for the value.
Is Grant all right?
They're going to need that.
You look like shit.
Did he leave for the day?
Weather forecast. It'll be partly sunny today, a bit warmer than yesterday. A high of 43.
But you got this. You think what we're doing and how we're doing it.
With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30. K-How.
It's the middle of the day, and snacks are calling your name. Answer with P3 Portable Protein Pack. Its meat, cheese, and nuts are high in protein to keep you going while you're out and about. Grab the more interesting way to get your protein with P3.
Fix It 24/7 will come to your home and find any problem with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains for just $39. Now, I know these guys personally, and that's why they can do it, because they're honest, they're good, they're efficient. No matter how long it takes, you'll never pay more than $39. Now, if you decide to have the work done, they won't charge you that $39. You just pay for the work. And as far as the work, you will always get superior value because they have the best products and services and do the best jobs in the marketplace when it comes to plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains. So you have a defined price, just $39, and you know you'll never have to pay more than that. Again, you don't have to have the work done, but if you do, you're credited the $39. And isn't that good to know? You're not charged for travel time or anything extra. Fix It 24/7. Their website, fixmyhome.com, or call them right now, 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. How much time until we come back?
Non-invasive way to remove fat simultaneously. Reach muscle on your abs, thighs, and butt. One 30-minute session. This technique is called M-Sculpt, and it uses high-intensity focused electromagnetic technology to stimulate muscle growth while also eliminating fat. If you want a slimmer and more muscular body, call Dr. Adrian Stewart right now at 303-333-6060. That's 303-333-6060. Or online at adrianstewartmd.com.
I'm Tom Martino for Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, because Ideal wants to make sure if they do a refinance for you, they put you in a better position than you were in before. And being in a better position than you were before means you have a shorter term or a lower rate or both, or that you've maybe consolidated some debt, and then they can tell you how to pay off that portion of the principal faster. They also have credit optimization, where they can help you tweak your credit.
And I would assume they would call.
They have the rate guarantee. So if rates go down even further,
I would think if they won that contest, they would call.
I would also think they wouldn't ask for the social up front.
I don't know, man. That's weird.
But I think they would want to not just send an email, but they would want to get the person on, just like any sweepstakes, hey, this is what you want.
Is the appraisal 303-867-7000, 303-867-7000. Also on my referral list at referrallist.com.
Stock markets go up.
And she also doesn't remember signing up to win that prize.
Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of
She does remember. I thought she remembered signing up to win the
sweater.
Oh. The roller coaster markets make you nervous. With all of its ups
and downs,
don't let market volatility derail your retirement. To schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio, call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online at yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
If you want granite or solid surface or any kind of countertops, Mitch Fleury is a direct importer. He can save you money, that's for sure. He can get you great prices. You know how confident he is.
Dude, he looked really
photos and give him some measurements. He can give you prices over the phone. The only thing that'll change is whatever material you use, custom edges, sinks, cabinets, give him a call sometime. Just do it from home. You don't even have to go there. Eventually, you will go to the Golden Showroom where you can pick out specifics. You buy the granite wholesale. He never marks up the granite. He only charges for the fabrication.
And quite a few negative reviews that almost won from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
You either got like 5-star or 1-star.
Depending on how complex.
There's another one that said the highest bidder wins the adoption. Unfortunately, they don't tell you that. They don't even call you back.
Wait a minute. They do say it's a bidding thing?
No. This is one of the reviews, the 1 star. It says the highest bidder wins the adoption.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Also on my referral.
Well, because they
fundamentally, what's your problem with that? If there's 10 or 15 cats, they got money.
No.
They got money in vet bills. They got all this. I want this cat, and Dan wants this cat. Dan's willing to give $300. I'm only willing to give $150. Why wouldn't I give it
If
to
it's
Dan?
fair and they do it the same way, I guess nothing.
And I think explained up
But I
front.
think there should be, that's right, but I'm thinking of people who can't afford it but would make good homes.
Yeah, but then they go somewhere else.
But then that should just be set up front so you don't make this person go through the process of meeting with this cat. Essentially drive the price up.
Yeah, but that's what drives the price up, is when they meet with the little kitty.
This isn't a business.
It is a business.
No, it's not. It's a rescue cat place.
It's still a business.
It's a business. I guarantee it's a business.
You don't think it's a
Wait a minute, it's not a business.
A non-profit?
non-profit?
Even if it is, the people get paid. Non-profit just means the court doesn't have any money left at the end of the year. The owner can make all he wants.
Well, this disclosure, right?
Yeah, it's not that you can tell everyone you're right. If you don't.
Hey, I'm thinking of doing the same thing with cute puppies. In pygmy goats.
Huge market for
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Jessica, with this prize, we've been looking into it, and we're puzzled. Okay, so she said she signed up for something in December, for something that had to do with a sweater or something. And then she gets this packet saying she won something else. What you signed up for in December was not this NFL Draft Day thing, was it?
Yeah, it was part of that. That was one of the larger prizes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Or the sweater. And the prize, they said you won. Was it? How was it delivered to you?
Through email. It came into my promotions portion of my email.
And when we look at the email, it has attachments and some contracts here. Basically, it's the official rules, and on the official rules, you don't have to do anything. But then you have another one that requires you to sign, and then not only just sign it, but put your social security number and your address and your phone number, and that's basically right there. Your signature, your address, your phone number, and your social. That's enough to open any account I need for you.
Tom?
Yes.
I had a lady call who suggested they probably want her SS number and info for a 1099.
Well, I understand that part, but usually they don't get that up front, but maybe they do. I mean, you're right about 1099s. This is so weird. Ah, God. This is weird.
I'm going to call that number right now.
Here's what's weird. We have become so gun-shy in America that we have to protect ourselves all the time. And let's face it, there are so many scams out there. I mean, who in their right mind would give all this information? Do you know, even if it's legit, this information is out there and they can keep it and use it all they want. We're going to call the number, try to quiz them, figure out what's going on, so hold on. Now, Alicia's calling about a Social Security scam. Alicia, what's going on with you? Alicia!
I'm here. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, man.
So I just got a call from a Social Security scam, I believe.
You know it's a scam because they don't call, so you know it's a scam.
Right. And the first time that they called, I actually talked to somebody, and they explained that... 1 second. Let me get this structured off.
Okay.
There we go. So the first time they called, they said that my name was found in a rental car in Texas, and that they had 22 kilos of cocaine, and that my name was a part of some terrorist organization, supporting terrorist organizations.
Wow. And so why were they calling?
Well, I don't know. They said because they found my information in this rental car in Texas.
Well, what did they want? Were they saying they're law enforcement or what?
Yes, they said they were the federal government. And I said, well, how do you get my number? And they said,
I see.
We're the federal government.
But what did they want from you?
Well, first they asked if my last four of my social was correct, and I said no. And then they asked me where I had bank accounts, and I told them I didn't have any. And then I hung up, and then that was gone. I haven't heard from them since. But today I got another call from Minnesota, and it was the same message, and I haven't called this one back yet.
And they said it's the federal government or Social Security?
Social Security.
Ah, let's have some fun with this one. Because Social Security is not going to call you. And so we'll see what the heck they want. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this on right now. Sometimes these numbers don't work. Did they leave a number for you to ask for? I mean, a name?
No, they didn't leave a name. They just left that number that I left them.
Okay, I'm dialing this. Why did we turn this down? Hello? Okay. Is it on yet, sir? I mean, did you turn it off for me or? Okay, I'm going to do this. Thanks. Oh, he thought maybe it was a mistake. Okay. Thank you. Let's call these clowns, these cheaters, we know it's cheating because they never call you. Okay.
Well worth the wait, Tom. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, well, I just want to know.
Yeah, you and me both.
I mean, I know it's not them. I just want to get to the bottom. And I'll hit the delay, by the way, if they say anything, okay? I got my finger on it. Thanks. Just want to let everybody know I got it. Well, let's see if they answer. Federal government. Lunchtime, maybe? I wonder if our name has been entered into an anti-scam site where they won't pick up, because every time we call these nowadays... Come on. At least it's not an unworking number so far. It seems to be a working number, so we could try later. Hold on now. And so, did it sound like the same message as you got before?
Very similar.
God, they try everything, don't they?
They really do.
Your name was found in a car with a big drug bust. Okay. I don't know. Here's what we'll do, though. We will try it again, and that's all we can do. But I know that I want to tell people in general, okay? Here's the bottom line. The federal government will never call you. Ever. Not the IRS, not Social Security, not law enforcement. They will not call you and bug you. They'll come to see you. They will serve you. They will possibly email you or mail you, but you can verify all of that. K&H Home Solutions is with us today. Okay, K&H Home Solutions, I wanted to get people to do this. I wanted to email you a deal. mydeal@khwindows.com. And I wanted to know how people are responding to it because I'm trying to do something different. And I thought, this would be cool because if you guys aren't busy, there is a possibility you would take, let's say somebody said, I want 2-for-1 on my windows. I'm going to buy a whole house full. Now, maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you would. Can you see any possibility of your business being slower 1 week or 1 month where you would do that?
There's always a possibility that...
or would it be buy two and get one? I don't know. I'm asking you, like, for example, if somebody said they wanted half off, well, most of the time, you'll say, well, we're not going to give you half off. But is there a time, let's say they wanted a lot of siding, and if you could schedule it for a slower time of the year, you could do that?
Sure. There's always a possibility of doing that.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the worst that'll happen, if they email you something unrealistic, the worst that'll happen is what you'll do. You'll call back and maybe tell them what you can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we'll make an alternative proposal to them and see what works.
Right. And obviously, the busier you are, the less deals you'll do. That's like with any business, right?
Of course.
I mean, if you're slammed, and then if you're not busy, if it happens to be a slow month, and somebody says, you know what, I'd like 30% off on this, you'll go, do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get over on. I'm trying to get people to do this point across that if you make your own deal, the worst that can happen is nothing. But I would love to see how it works because I have seen these guys do specials before and not everyone needs it at the time. So I said to them, why don't we do something where people make their own special when they need it? So that's what we're doing. We established this mailbox and it's mydeal@khwindows.com. So if you email and say, you know what, I'm going to need windows, and here's what I'd like. Research the marketplace, too. And then, you know, you can do some comparison. You could even say, I got a bid for X for this much money. If you can beat it by 10%, I'll do it.
And there's always a possibility we'll say yes, but you don't know if you don't ask.
Right, and there's no harm, no foul, okay? So that's what I'm trying to get. Like I said, I love this kind of stuff, you know? Like I love that thing that Mark Wachowski's doing at Budget A1 with the teardown of the transmission and inspection free of charge. And I said, Mark, that's a gamble. What if somebody says I'm taking it somewhere else? He says, well, then we're going to beat that price because we don't want to have to, you know, they don't want to have to take it somewhere else, so we'll probably beat the price if it's legit. And I said, how many of these do you end up where they junk the car and you don't do anything? He says, about 1 or 2% will say, you know what, on second thought, we're not going to get it fixed. And that's just the gamble they take, that it won't be fixed. So what I'd like to know, if ever you guys, because this is a consumer show, if you ever think of stuff that you think would make a cool deal, let me know. I did that find, fix, or free. You know, so we'll fix any problem for this in your house, you know, electrical problem for, let's say, $89. Find, fix, or free any electrical problem. And if we can't, you get a full, complete diagnostic free of charge. So it's find, fix, or free. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, if you ever come up with creative stuff like that, give us a call, and we'll try it out. All right, we have more coming up.
This report is sponsored by P3
Raleigh House, right?
the more interesting way to get your protein.
Travel across the metro area freeway system, well, if you got somewhere to go or some errand to run, you should be in pretty good shape. I-25 and I-70
back to back,
pretty much up to speed through town, just a little blip westbound I-70 in the elevated portion, and northbound I-25, a minor bit of slowing either side of 6th Avenue. Otherwise, those
okay.
are looking
Raleigh
good. No delays on 6th Avenue in Lakewood. Westbound 270 a bit slow either side of Vasquez, but that stretch looking good. 225 is in great shape as well. No problems on 470 in Highlands Ranch. Weather forecast, partly sunny.
You know, on that contest, I just look at the only one they got going on, Bud Light's got going on now. You go right to Bud Light to register, you don't go to
It's the middle of the day,
third party.
And snacks are calling your name. Answer with P3 Portable Protein Pack.
They definitely had that contest.
Okay, guys, I'm going to do this real quick.
Grab the more interesting way to get your protein with P3.
The Raleigh House has an informational line for you to call if you have an addict in your life, addicted, and you need information. They provide, of course, addiction treatment, but the purpose of this line is to help you because not everyone is going to just walk right in. You may have questions about the addiction, how to approach an addict. What does it cost? Does insurance cover it? Are there alternative treatments? 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559.
It may not be stomach issues.
Did you call?
I'm on with Anheuser.
With the real Anheuser? Oh, good, okay. Just see if they're affiliated with.
Well, here's what's weird. I called this one. I went to, they listed, you know, for so-and-so press 1, so-and-so press 2. I did all 7 of them. Not one person answered, and one of them was really weird. It said, like, the number is no longer available or something. Had an extension. I don't know, man. It's a pretty elaborate hoax, if it's a hoax. I do too, because I find it weird that
that information they're getting, you're right.
The size of the building on Google is just, it's a house.
Yeah, that's suspect right there.
Running gigantic.
Well, the information we're going to need is if you're already getting tickets for you to fly and use and stuff, they're going to need a lot of that information.
No, I know, they will. They'll 1099 you if you win a damn concert ticket.
Colorado.com. They fix dents without touching
Yeah, I am.
If you don't have paint damage, go to Flexident. They're top rated with a Better Business Bureau. They have great reviews. It's like
well, what I thought I'd win, if anything, was an ugly sweater, but this prize is airfare and everything to the NFL draft. So I guess seats in the draft along with airfare and hotel.
6273, 619-6273. Flexident of Colorado.com.
Listen up, Denver area. The National Real Estate Network, a nationwide team of skilled investors, is offering free real estate investment training right now. They're looking for highly motivated people to come connect with their team. No experience necessary, just the desire to thrive. Text Denver to 474747 now, and the network will send you their promotional Riches in Real Estate kit for free, so you can see for yourself the strategies and techniques that network team members have used to develop their formula for success. See how cutting-edge education, access to highly discounted property deals, and funding
Trump is
partners
now
all
threatening to go ahead
lies
with
within the
his
network.
State of the
So if
Union.
you're interested in creating your own real
Without
estate
the
enterprise
House?
and accessing a
I think
powerful
he's
network,
planning on going to the House and doing it.
Denver to 474747
He's not going to go in the House?
That's what he's planning to do, is going to the House and doing it. Read.
Now, and you'll also get free admission
10
to
seconds
an introductory class and get a free smartwatch and guide to investing just for attending. Text Denver to 474747. That's Denver to 47.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney who will answer your questions if you are in an accident and you're injured and you don't know where to turn, and it's free of charge. You'll always have questions. Please keep this number if it ever happens, or give it to a friend. There will be no charge. And if he does take the case, he gets a percentage of what he collects for you. There's no risk. PersonalInjuryCO.com is the website. The number, 303-597-4500. Information, if you're injured, 303-597-4500.
Does it seem like your furnace is always running and still not keeping your house as comfortable as you'd like? Well, it might need to be replaced. On the other hand, it might just need a tune-up. Now for only $59. Now Heating and Air will inspect your furnace to make sure it's running perfectly and give you a free carbon monoxide detector. Just $59 if you call before January 31st. Call now. 303-287-8000. That's 303-287-8000. Now Heating and Air.
Denver Egress Window. That's a company that puts in window wells and windows to help your family get out of an emergency.
You guys do egress windows?
They do have a sweepstakes where that's the prize.
But is this company doing it?
Well, that's what I want her to verify, is how does it work?
To make those little ones, they can make them bigger, or they can even dig out a basement. That's DenverEgressWindow.com.
Yeah, we use a company like Egress Windows. It's a company called Egress Inc.
720-626-4221.
I'm Nick Sobolewski, a select quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 blue.
I'm intrigued by this. It would be such an impressive scam.
Well, I am partially shocked. The highly rated term life insurance
It
company.
reminds me of those boxes like when you're in a restaurant where it'll say like, you know, drop a business card in or fill this out and win a free trip. And everybody gets called.
Yeah.
But they simply stole someone else's. It's actually ingenious if it's a scam.
So what a lot of places do is like they have
Do you recall me being Mark
sweepstakes
Steiner
places
yesterday?
and pass your information through to a third party, and then Anheuser-Busch too.
Doing who?
Mark Steiner.
No.
No.
1-800-413-1570 or go to selectquote.com. We shop. You say. Get full details in the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials for price comparison issue and other package not available in all states.
This is the Sean Hannity Show. We break things down demographically. What has happened? It is conservative policies that have helped the American economy perform better than at any point in over a dozen years. It is record low unemployment for African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans. Do you see what is at stake? They want it to stop.
Oh, cool. Hey, that's it then. So you guys get the social purely for the 1099 or for whatever, for the prize money. Basically.
But it's associated with this company.
You can hear Ross Kaminsky tomorrow.
I don't know, not too long ago. Why?
From iHeartRadio.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
Ooh, okay, then I'll
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I got an email about provisional patents. What are they? People do not understand what they are. Do you know what they are, Ted, from K&H? Do you know what they are? Provisional patent.
Nope.
Okay, a lot of people think it's a patent pending. A patent pending means that you've already been approved, there is nothing like it, and you're just waiting for the process. That's patent pending. Okay. A provisional patent is when you walk in the door with an idea and you simply get in line, pay the fee, you're immediately given a provisional patent. Here's what a provisional patent says. I have XYZ product that I invented. If no one else invented this before me,
And if no one else has a patent out there already, and if no one else was before me in the provisional patent line, then this provisional patent will have a priority to patent this product that lasts 1 year. If I'm not ready to patent it in a year, it expires and I lose my rights.
So they give that to you on the spot?
Yes, on the spot. It's a place in line. It says if there's nothing like it, if it's not already patented, if there's not someone ahead of me in this provisional line, just all of the ifs. But at least here's what it prevents. Let's say you invented something and you run out and you do the patent search, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you do this, and then you do that. And then you get to the patent office, and after all that work, you find there's a hitch in it. So it gives you a definite place in line if no one else is ahead of you. So it's good because then you can go back because it's cheap. Then you have a year to do your patent search. You have time to check out previous patents. Also, other patent pendings. And if you're clear, then you apply for the patent, and you're going to get it. Then it becomes a patent pending. So that's what a provisional patent is. I get this information because I'm endowed with intelligence. No, it comes from Mark Trenner Law. So look for Mark on my referral list, okay? It's Trenner Law. But I get a question about provisionals because I didn't think people understood it. Jay said he was almost scammed. How were you almost scammed, Jay?
Okay, quick backstory. Something happened Monday, but I'm going to give you a quick backstory. On Christmas Eve, I got an email from United Airlines saying, please confirm your flight from New York to one-way tickets, 2 people, to Santiago, Chile for $2,500. I'm like, what the heck? So I call my
Jay,
bank.
could you do me a favor and please hold the story because I want to hear it. And we're running out of time. We have another hour to go on the show. I want to hear about this scam in case someone else runs up against it. Hang on. I'm Tom.
All right, I got this one.
Please tell that stem cell outbound. I really want it.
You want to bet
Okay, so in the third hour, I did the idea. It's done. If he didn't mark it done, it's done. It was done in
If she won,
content.
she's the only one because they only offered one prize.
I'm not telling anybody.
How do you keep a turkey in suspense?
I'm not telling anybody.
How do you?
I do have a question for her, though, but I think I want to ask her here. Yeah. See, let's see what they win here. Includes following: a trip for the winner and one guest to Nashville, April 25th, 2019 to April 27th. Trip consists of round-trip air transportation from Gateway City, nearest winner's home, double occupancy hotel, 2 consecutive nights, 3-day tickets to the 2019 NFL Draft. Approximately retail value is up to $3,200.
That's exactly what I've seen.
If winner resides within 200 miles of Nashville, a $200 prepaid debit card may be awarded in lieu of airfare. Well, that's a rip. Winners and guests must be able to travel same day on same itinerary, must have not liable for any missed events, opportunities, or experiences. We are a proud member of Dan's List.
Whoa, it's legit. I only got lunch. So I got a question.
Now listen to this. If sponsor so elects, winner and guest may be required to submit a confidential background check.
We don't have a physical barrier.
Criminal, sexual offenses, arrest, conviction record, any other factor, contempt, scandal, ridicule, or reflect unfavorable on the sponsor.
This is all they're out.
Yeah, that's right.
You should see this one where that pawn shop you talked about. So the guy gave him a bad review, and he put on the guy's full name, puts in parentheses, registered sex. This is the owner replying to that thing. Registered sex offender. Gives his birthday, his phone number, his address, and then say he was possibly in a pawn store robbery.
I mean, imagine you get a bad review and you post all the critical info on the guy, and then say he's a sex offender.
Yeah.
A barber I used to go to would do that. If you review his thing negatively on Yelp, you just get on there and slam you as a customer. It's so funny.
Did you go to him? You liked them.
How you doing, buddy?
New chair?
Hey. No,
Colorado
I'm just saying.
What's
up? How was it, bro?
Good, man. Great. Once we got in, it was good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
About ideal.
The envelope said Haggard. No one could have. How they finally figured out.
Mark Major.
The guy showed it to me. The guy literally, because he was an asshole at the freaking glass.
That's what you were saying.
So he finally showed it to me, and sure enough, the envelope, just a regular envelope, said Tim Haggard. And opened that one up, and then in there was a piece of paper that said Mark Major. He goes, we wouldn't have known to do this in a million years. I still have no idea how they found them.
What are you talking about?
Some tickets I got.
Oh.
They it had Tim's name on it, so they couldn't find him when we get the roll call.
Fly all the way out to California to go see a concert, and he couldn't.
Oh, you did go though, right?
Yeah, they ended up finding him.
Thank goodness.
I was getting so pissed at this guy at the window I couldn't believe it.
Hager, though?
That's the part. All I can think about is that one woman got involved. Whoever the concierge is, Katie.
Yes.
And somehow she must have started throwing other names out. But I don't even know if that's true. I have no idea, because when he showed it to me, I sat there and went, geez, I mean, it's a miracle we're getting in, honestly. I was about to go buy some scalp tickets.
Right.
So.
Did they have VIP passes in there, and did they do anything?
Yeah, that VIP was nice, although it's insane down there, man. It's like a basement. They had a full bar everywhere. They had free food. They had everything, but it is so packed, man. I'd rather just go buy a beer. Honest to God, it was insane. But the band's right there. I guess as the bands were coming off stage, you can go kind of meet them.
Cool.
And they were doing those iHeart. Hey, Tom, go.
Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. If you have tinnitus or hearing loss, one or both, this is the place to go to have it treated. They have advanced tinnitus treatment that is so advanced, it's considered a cure for some because the treatment has been done 10 years ago and the tinnitus didn't return. If you have tinnitus, get an evaluation. They let you try out whatever instruments they propose, and the tryout is free for hearing aids. Why don't you call them? 303-534-0163. They're at Clarkson and Hamden in a beautiful new facility. Their website, helpforringing.com. I know Dr. Patty, Dr. Lisa, Dr. Dagmar for years, and they are dedicated to helping you. They've helped me. 303-534-0163. What I love is the advanced technology they have, and they're at the forefront of all the new stuff. 303-534-0163.
We got an update on this deal. The NFL.
At the grocery store. Cranberry with amazing onyx sorghum. I heard about this. Onyx sorghum is supposed to be excellent.
No, not literally.
So fix it and Denver egress.
Trying to get the family to eat a little healthier. Oh, well, look at you, Mom of the Year. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't go that far.
This VIP card was
diabetes, and obesity, and more antioxidants.
it's an iHeart thing. It was called Alter Ego. It was like 5 bands. Nobody used it.
But wait a minute, it wasn't. I thought you did have a big band. When somebody just saw.
Well, it's your favorite band, The Killers. I mean, it's nothing huge.
They are the source. In fact, other dealers and shops go there when they.
It's not Metallica.
So why not go direct? And unlike
it's not the Beatles.
Metallica, for their genre, man, they wrote the book.
Oh my God, they sell out any football stadium in any state. I mean,
but I mean, weren't they the original heavy metal?
British metal, yeah.
On South Santa Fe Drive, just south
Yeah.
of Dartmouth. And here's the best part.
I bet that was Zeppelin.
No, heavy metal. Zeppelin's not heavy metal.
Zeppelin's, I call Zeppelin heavy metal, but it's not bad. It's not speed metal.
I mean,
drivetrain engines.
Yeah, Zeppelin's weird though, man. I don't know what
might be acid rock. I mean,
it's good though. Zeppelin.
See, acid rock and heavy metal are different, but they cross over sometimes. Acid rock is like
the worst is that death metal. I got a buddy that used to listen to that.
Now,
like, yeah, they sound like they're satanic.
Kill your mother, kill your dad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's almost techno too. It's weird.
have less hormones.
I'll get into that.
Kill your
So.
daddy.
And then
Drown your baby.
That's the chorus. Let's have a party.
That's the chorus.
I remember I went to a punk. I literally went to a punk festival, and there was a band called Squirrel Puke.
Did they have that mosh pit going where everybody's banging?
God. Oh no, I went for the experience. It was so outrageous.
They're pretty fun though.
Oh my
I have a
God,
great
they're
time.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't want to be down there.
Oh my God.
No, they literally were. I mean, it's like they're hurting each other. Oh my God, and they're jumping up and down and fainting and going nuts.
No drugs though at
No,
all.
I'm sure it was all just Mountain Dew.
It was all caffeine.
I went to a bubblegum festival once. I used to go to festivals just to experience them. I went to a bubblegum, honest to God.
Bubblegum.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, and this is the Consumer Show, where we're solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints. In this hour, brought to you by ApprovalReverse.com. Reverse mortgages, oh man, they're misunderstood. First of all, most of you don't use them because they eat up your equity. And you want to leave your equity, or you want to, you want to pass it along. This eats up equity, not all of it. In fact, you're never going to eat up more equity than the house is worth. Well, what I mean is this. If that loan, let's say you have a reverse loan, it's where you take money out on the equity and you don't pay it back. So let's say it accrues interest and you live to be 98 and you owe $300,000, but the house is only worth $100,000. They can never take more than the house. But if your house went up to $800,000 and you owe $300,000, then you get to keep the extra, or your estate does. Anyway, that's ApprovalReverse.com. If you ever need information, they're the ones I trust because they're not going to push it on you unless you need it. 303-771-3528. So, welcome to the show, Jessica, who wants to talk about the NFL draft. We did some research on that, the NFL draft price. Glenn had robocalls, wants to talk about. Jay wants to talk about almost being scammed. We were talking to him. And then Deborah wants to talk about stem cells. So right now, and Jay he had his story. He was telling us he got a call about some plane tickets. What happened?
Okay, there's two stories. This is the first one. So it was an email from United Airlines. Please confirm your 2 one-way tickets from New York City to Santiago, Chile. This is on Christmas Eve, and it was for the 27th.
So what's the scam?
So they ended up, it was pending. It was $3,500 on my credit card. I'm not liable. So I keep getting these calls, people trying to scam me, this and that, IRS.
But why would they call you if they're going to put a charge on your... Oh, did the credit card company call you?
No, they didn't. So we caught it in time. It was pending. So anyway...
Who called you, though? That's what I want to know. Who called you?
United Airlines emailed me, so I called them.
I got you. Okay.
So anyway, that's cleared up. So Monday, Martin Luther King Day, I get a call from the 2 supposed detectives. And they sounded really convincing. They're talking like 10-4, this and that. You didn't show up for your federal court appearance. You were summoned to come down to Denver County. You need to come down here. We need to stay on the phone with you for 10 minutes. Every 10-minute increments, we're going to check in with you and make sure you're driving down here now. I'm like, what?
Or you're going to be arrested, a warrant, right?
Yeah, they said that it was a contact order, so it's a pre-warrant deal, right? So... I'm like, what? And they sounded fishy. I'm like, are you guys scammers? And no, but it really sounded convincing.
What did they want from you, Jay? What were they...
So this is what happened. They put me on hold, and they're checking into something. They called my wife. She didn't answer. They left a message. Your husband really needs to get a hold of us as detective, and he's a different name, so that's how they slipped up. He told me something else.
But what did they want ultimately? What's the scam?
So, I'm not sure, because I got all the way down there just to see. They ran my license. And
wait, you went down there?
Well, yeah, it was so convincing, and my wife was at work. It was hard to talk to her, and she had gotten this message. The names are different.
So where did you go? Where did you go?
Denver Justice Center, right there in Colfax.
Was anyone there to meet you? It was closed.
Yeah, so, no, they're open.
On Monday?
Yeah, Denver Justice Center. I walked right in, and I talked to one of the officers. He ran my license, no warrants, nothing, and he's like, you're like the 3rd person that's come in here in the past week, and they got the last person for $1,000 before they even arrived here. I'm like, wow.
So they were looking to scare the hell out of you. Maybe they could extort some money. They say, look, if you pay the fine, it'll go away. Thank you. Deborah, what's going on in your life? Deborah.
Yes. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Deborah.
I wanted to just give you an update and maybe get some advice from you. We were not able to have the sheriff serve the Atlas Medical Center because they closed their doors that week, apparently. So we looked at public records and found Dr. Carlson's home address.
So I want to tell people what you're talking about. You want to sue this Atlas Stem Cell Clinic because they told you were getting living stem cells and you were not.
Right. I was told I got 30 million plus.
Are these chiropractors?
Yes.
And what were their names?
Dr. Eric Carlson. And his staff told me that I would be getting 30 million. Then I found out.
Even though his doors are closed, Dr. Eric Carlson has to be around.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at, except that we have his home address according to public records, and we sent a certified return receipt.
Did you have him served?
Well, we're trying to get him served, but he wouldn't accept the letter. He didn't sign for it. So I have a court date on January 28th, and I'm wondering...
To serve, nobody has to accept it. Otherwise, no one would ever go to court. I mean, all you have to do is drop it at their feet. Of course, that's what service is. But you have to have it done by a process server who knows what they're doing. And then they swear out...
sheriff, and he couldn't locate him because the business was
I'm not talking about locating him, Deborah. You said he wouldn't accept it, and I'm telling you they don't have to accept it. If you know it's the person, you can serve them. As long as you're not a party to the suit, the process server can walk up and drop it in front of them, and they are served.
Okay, so maybe if I could get an extension when I go to court on the 28th, we could get a process server to go to his door.
Well, I don't even know why you would go to court if he's not served. If he's not served and you did not file a return of service, you don't have a court date.
Well, we do have a court date, and they said you could come in and ask for an extension if you couldn't get him served.
All right, I get it. So that's what you're going to need to do. But if you have his home address, just hire a process server to go and serve him.
Most sheriffs will do it.
Okay, they said they won't answer the door if they're looking like a police officer or...
That's true.
Right now he's hiding, apparently.
You have to have creative ways. But I can't believe there's a chiropractor hiding out in his house. Come on.
Have one of your buddies, listen, have one of your friends, as long as they have nothing to do with the suit, walk up with an Amazon box and the papers in it. Everybody answers the door for an Amazon package.
Yeah, now we just gave away, though. See, this is the problem, Mark. We just gave away our technique. No,
hey, we've got to share.
No, seriously, man. I was thinking that the whole time, and I wanted to tell her off the air, because really... you gave his name out. Now Dr. Eric Carlson's going to be looking out for Amazon.
Wait, I've got another idea.
Oh, don't tell me on the air.
He was just kidding. Deborah, where does he live? What part of town? Don't give me his address, but where does he live?
He's in Briargate in Colorado Springs.
Do you have his phone number?
Well, I have the business phone number that you have a recording there. You know, it says to all his old patients, you know, to...
So, what is he going to do? Leave the state?
I don't know.
Why did he close?
I don't know what he would do.
Why did he close the doors? Was he getting more than just your complaint?
Well, I don't know that personally, but I would think so, right? If we're hearing reports from individuals, from professionals on your program that says it's impossible to get live stem cells from California to Colorado.
No, not unless you break the law. In other words, they either have to admit to breaking the law or giving you dead cells. And by the way, breaking the law, it's a little more than that. They have to basically turn it into a drug, and they don't do that. They just ship it. You know what, Deborah? You were ripped off, and there are so many people getting ripped off. Dr. Dean Jones rips people off every day, and so does Dr. Who's that guy in Colorado Springs? There's so many. It's not fair for me to pick out one or two, really, because there are so many. Basically, every single chiropractor delivering stem cells that I know of is doing a fake job. Fake. I don't know of any, I do not know of any chiropractic clinics right now delivering true living stem cells. I don't know of any.
Well, it's too bad.
It's too bad. Now, Deborah,
all these people that are listening.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to get that address off the air. Maybe we can find someone to serve him for you.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
All right,
yes,
so
I will get that to you.
Hang on, 303-713-TALK. Glenn wants to talk about robocalls. Glenn, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. So I
I was actually signed up in a class suit against a company out in California called Pivotal, and
you do understand, Glenn, that class action suits rarely produce damages that are worth it for the consumer. The real purpose of a class action, and the reason I like them, is it punishes the wrongdoer, but the actual consumers very seldom make out. I mean, they might get $1.98 or, you know, a few $100 here and there. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, we probably several hundred, maybe several thousand of us just got somewhere between $200 and $1,000 out of this one. There was a $9 million settlement.
That's amazing because now that's still small in comparison, but that's still good. Are you saying that some people got $1,000 out of it?
Oh, I'm sure they got at least that much because it was somewhere on the order of $20 to $60 a call, depending on what the deal was, because they broke federal law regarding the phone calling, the robocalling.
Yeah, of course. And the same thing happened years ago with faxes, unsolicited faxes. I spearheaded a big part of that years ago. Hold on, all right? We have more coming. I'll come right back to you.
This report is sponsored by West Terra Credit.
A lunch-hour drive.
60, yes, okay.
Across the highways that lead to the metro area. Just
yeah, Mikey, do it.
By 70 in the elevated
do the pie.
If she finds them, I'm not
Denver egress.
That's how we are now.
It's a 30-second.
We're not going to skip trace somebody. That could take fucking months, man.
No, well, she thinks it's home.
You know, I'm telling you, man.
Scaffolding that is hanging from the tall buildings there where the hotel
oh, man,
will be shut down until
the new little cottage business.
And they're charging more than what you could get real estate sales for.
Mark, if we just took one client and they take the small claims court for the 7,500, that's what we need. We just need to make one client at a time or get a judgment.
Well, they've got to have all the proof, though, man.
You know what's funny is they never say living stem cells.
I know, that's the problem.
Hey, guys, fix it 24/7. They will do a $39 clean and check of your furnace with a no breakdown guarantee, and that is fix it 24/7. Now listen to this. They will clean it. They will take out the blower motor. They will adjust the burners. They will clean the burners. They will clean the cabinet. This is almost like a refurbishing of your furnace. And do you know that 90% of all furnace problems come from improper cleaning and adjustments? And they take care of that and give you a no breakdown guarantee for just $39. This is not just to get in the house and try to sell you something. They will give you an honest assessment of your furnace, but they will clean and adjust and check it and make sure it's safe. 720-526-3939. Call now. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. 720-526 just $39 at 526-3939.
Did you get that guy's address?
What's that?
What was that the guy that was just on the phone? The doctor's address? Did she give it to you?
I don't have it now.
Does it go over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I just wondered what the title said.
Oh,
that's a good point.
You know, this RV price, what are we going to do about that?
fuck, man.
Chapter Fleas Brigade.
That's, well, let's see what happens. I'm sure they got a phone call today.
Which one, Stars?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It ends on
Interstate?
What's that?
Interstate, is that it?
Oh, we got to go to the NFL movie.
Stars was a plumbing house. Where they dug up and then jumped it up by 10 grand.
There might be another one. And here's the deal. If you call the house, they'll tell you.
God, this could be a crazy update. Dan might owe me another fucking lunch.
I don't think so.
So many lunches, a dozen. Jeez, it's crazy.
Shoes, lunches.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Now, Dr. Gene Jones sat right in your chair, and I asked him about that when he was there, and he says, "I don't see a time when, or I don't see any injury and stuff that it wouldn't help."
Oh, the denser?
Right.
Yeah, anything like bone,
anything,
broken
anything.
bone.
Yeah. So you know, they send this girl in. She starts talking about a payment plan. And I said, "Wait a minute, I'm just sitting here like finding out about this." I know they sign up for anything. So
God, they're good. You're a smart man, Ted. seen them.
They're ruthless too, man.
They really are.
See, what happens is the main company that creates the fluid goes to all these chiropractors, right? Because really, they don't need anything. I mean, you need a needle. I mean, that's basically it. Right? And then convinces them this is the next step to your practice. You guys need to be selling this. You get $7,000 a shot.
I went out to
Then they do the thing where they inject it in your bloodstream. They say it's going to go to the injury.
That fixes everything.
It's engineered to go.
No, they say it's systemic. It'll help everything. They don't just say the injury. Even the morons try to get it near the injury. But the systemic one is so ridiculous because they say it's just going to help all your overall health, and it does nothing.
Wow.
Zero.
I'm changing that industry. I came up with a pill that does the same thing. And it'll be half the price.
There is some sugar in that pill.
You know, like Paul.
How come it says Bayer?
And if you had a headache gone.
Mark, they're basically, seriously, they could just be injecting anything. I mean, they're really.
When I first heard about it, I was sure they were putting steroids in there so people would feel an immediate.
I'll bet you there was some in there.
Or some kind of.
You don't think?
Not a steroid. What's that other shit called? They give people. No,
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
Turn off the audio.
If your knee hurts.
Turn off the audio. I'm going to tell you this.
Parents' choices in education.
Krista Kafer on 630 KOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Okay, so robocalls. Glenn, he's talking about a class action, Glenn. So let's talk about what your part in this is. What? Did you get notified you're getting money or what?
Well, I have a check, so I mean we're good there, and a lot of people apparently got them. The disbursements went out on the 18th, and the checks are in the mail.
And what companies were sued?
So it was Pivotal, what was it? Pivotal Financial or Pivotal Collections or something like that. And it's a big case. It was I think it was Abaco or Abaco something. I don't have it right in front of me. Plumbing and Heating out in Washington State versus Pivotal Solutions, I think. And so that's a sidebar because I'm just curious,
Okay.
you know, if they got that thing going. I have one.
What was your question? No, I'm not sure what you're calling about. Are you looking for something specific?
Well, no, I was happy with the results of that. All I did was call in and say, hey, yeah, they did call me, and they said, okay, yeah, they called you this many times. Okay, here, you're in the class. Boom. Now I got money 8 months later. Great. Not that worried about that one.
And I want to warn people that there are a lot of scams out there claiming to be class action suits and trying to get your information to sign up. So just be careful about that you verify whenever you give out information or agree to become part of a suit.
Yeah, this one was totally legit. I looked it up.
Cool.
There's a case number. It's
Excellent.
All happy there. But I have an outfit that's called my company's phone number. I've probably blocked 65, 70 numbers and told them not to call me back more than once, and it's just a nonstop barrage of this.
Now, is it still a robocall? Are you talking about a robocall?
Yeah, it's a recorded voicemail. It says, "Hi, this is Jessica with the funding department at Business Loan Center."
I just got one a few minutes ago when I went to the restroom during a break. It was like your vehicle's maintenance or whatever, your warranty is running out. So these robocalls are still actionable, but the thing is, it's not efficient to go after them one at a time.
Well, that's what I'm wondering is how do you get this going? Because I can't be the only guy getting that 5, 6, 7 times a day, wasting my time. You
have to get an attorney or a law firm involved that wants to start collecting the data and make it big enough to be worth it. You could literally, let's say you got 10, 20 calls and it's so much per call, you could take them to small claims court. You could do it yourself. It doesn't have to be district court. It doesn't have to be county court unless it's too much. Then you go...
I've blocked 60 of their numbers, and they keep finding new ones to come in with.
Now, I'm not sure when
they're probably out of the country then. You're never going to do anything.
Yeah. You know, I'm not... Here's the deal. I don't block anything. I don't know why people go through this. I simply don't answer unless I know the number. I mean, why do people... Why not
but
do
I'm
that?
running a small business, so
of course.
And they do call from Colorado numbers, so then I get you know,
right.
fooled into answering the thing when it's a 720 or.
So
a
you're
303.
asking, what do you do? Here's what you do. First, you take the calls and log them, because blocking them does not count, I don't believe.
Gotcha.
Once you log these calls and have a phone record of them, then you start grouping them together. And if you get several from one company, that's when you start looking at a lawsuit. But that's the first thing you have to do. It has to be received, so it's a part of your phone record. Suzanne?
Have we suggested him downloading a scam tracker app like we have? They work well.
They really do. But I'm not so sure he's interested in that. I think he literally wants to go after and punish them, and I don't blame him. He wants to sue them. That's what I think.
Is it a cell phone or a landline?
It's a spoof number because they're calling from a different one every time.
Is your mic working when you turn that on?
Is it on?
No, it's not on for some reason. Okay, so Greg, you wanted to talk about credit versus cash payments.
Hi, Tom. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so I've noticed several gas stations since the first of the year that are charging credit versus cash prices. It was my understanding that's illegal in Colorado, and if it's now, has the law changed? And if it has, can other businesses?
Okay,
do that,
this is a good discussion, okay? Because it's often misunderstood. As I understood it, first and foremost, there's a contract between the credit card issuer and the business that you can't charge more because someone's using a credit card. It violates their contract, and therefore you would be a third-party beneficiary of that contract, meaning that your agreement with Visa says you can't do that, therefore I'm invoking that, even though I didn't sign the contract, you did, and Visa did. Now, that's not what you're talking about.
That's correct, though, what you just said.
That's right. That's an agreement.
The merchant agreement.
Then there's another one that says that there's another trick, and that is not charging more for credit, but giving a cash discount.
And that's what they do, which is fine.
That's how they get around it, Greg. So that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a cash discount. And any business in the world can give a cash discount. I can give a discount for using checks. I can give a discount for using a certain credit card. I can do whatever I want. I mean, really, it depends on what I can't. You can't arbitrarily charge more, but you can arbitrarily charge less.
And some people have negotiated with their credit card supplier a different merchant agreement. I'll give you a good example. Most DMVs will take credit cards, but they upcharge you 3% for using a credit card.
That's what I was going to refer to, because I noticed that.
Now, why can they do that, though?
Because the state has an agreement with the merchant saying we can upcharge. It's up to the merchant.
No, but what I mean is, can a private business do that?
Sure, if they negotiated it, absolutely.
But I thought there was a law that says you can't charge more for credit.
It's only a merchant agreement.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty damn sure. I think we had this same discussion a year ago.
No, I think we had the discussion, Mark. I think where we're parting is where, yes, the merchant agreement does dictate that they can't charge more. But there's also a state law.
There's merchants right now. In fact, I'll throw a name at you, Lopez. He's actually selling a product right now through a merchant company that does credit cards that literally charges the consumer the entire amount that gets charged extra going back to the business. Does that make sense to you?
No, I don't understand what you mean.
Well, okay, if we take a credit card, if Ted pays us $500 on a credit card, usually they tack on 1.8% that we end up paying.
That's right.
So when we get the 500, we get 500 minus 1.8%.
Right, that's right.
There's companies out there now that do it opposite. If he runs $500, if we charge him $500, it actually charges him $510 where he pays the difference. A lot of restaurants, a lot of stadiums, a lot of places
you're being
are going
upcharged.
Yeah, of course. That's
for the convenience.
They're paying the convenience fee.
Wow.
Third-party processor.
But I thought it says here that certain state laws prohibit sellers of goods or services for imposing surcharges on credit card purchases. Now, they can, however, do discounts, but it doesn't say which states. So I don't know about...
I can tell you right now, if you go to DMV, there's a sign in every one I've ever been to in Colorado that says if you use a credit card, we charge 3%.
You hold on. I just found a state law, hang on, that talks specifically to this in Colorado. We'll do it right after this.
This is Denver's...
I wanted to tease ahead on it. I found the law.
Yeah, Lopez is selling that product now.
But wait a minute. So it's the processor who charges the consumer. But don't you have to tell the consumer they're being charged more?
Well, of course you would. Of course you would. It would say exactly like DMV says. If you use a credit card, you will pay an additional 2.8% or whatever it is.
Also, if you do business to business, they'll do that on business to business situation.
Yeah. I mean, no one wants to lose that 2 or 3%. I mean, that's all it comes down to. You know, generally retail just builds it into their cost. Well, I guarantee Walmart builds in everything, whatever those credit card fees are.
Yeah, of course. And then you can offer a cash discount if you're...
Although Walmart's so big, maybe it doesn't matter. The processor, Visa might pay them. Who knows?
But that robocall guy, business to business is exempt unless it's on a cell phone.
Well, the cell phones are pretty much exempt, period.
No, so the Telephone Consumer Protection Act doesn't protect businesses. You can
I see, because it's the Consumer Protection Act.
Unless it's a cell phone, I'm positive.
Yeah, because think about it, it's literally called the consumer.
Yeah. So businesses are exempt. You can robo-dial businesses as long as it's their landline. Now, if someone called my cell phone to get K&H Home Solutions, I'm still protected. And they can get sued. It's like $16,000 per call. It's the maximum penalty.
Most of them, a lot of the ones are out of state, though, man, or out of the country.
Yeah, they just use the
over IP. That's so many people do that now. They literally just go right outside the country because of the technology. You can do it. You're just based outside the country. Who gives a shit?
And you know,
stop
I noticed in a lot of cases you can't find out who the company is anyway. Once you get to somebody, you ask them, they'll either give you a bogus name or they hang up on you.
Off highway downtown,
So Colorado is against the surcharge. I mean, there's a lot against the surcharge.
On some hotel staff on the scaffolding hanging from the high-rise hotel there. They got the people off the scaffolding, but it is still hanging
almost
there.
Home.
So they're going to have Arapahoe shut down.
You read that to me,
to get between 14th and 15th downtown. The weather forecast, partly sunny today, with a high of 43 tonight. High chance of snow, of 19, right now cloudy and 37. Traffic and weather.
Put them on eBay. Put them on eBay.
Let's find some saps that love horses and really get them attached.
Stephanie's sister lost her dog.
With you. Explore your finances today and get fit for the new year. Schedule your checkup at Westera today.
It's so sad.
It's hard. Losing dogs is hard.
Garage doors. The only garage doors that unfortunately endorse that. I've used Don's garage doors in my home. Folks use good stuff. The garage is the
and then to hear how it makes me sad hearing how good they are. You know, there's stuff you can do.
Call Don's Garage
Goodness, you get so attached to the doors.
That's 303-738-3667 or online Don'sGarageDoors.com. Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to
And one thing about dogs, they're always happy to see you. Birthday. Cats, not so much.
Straighten your teeth, widen your palate.
What's the deal?
Dogs. You be in the worst mood or whatever, they're always happy to see you.
Not a junkyard dog that's been fed fucking gunpowder. They're mean.
Gunpowder, really?
They don't care. They
Really? I've never heard that.
You've never heard that? What do you think the junkyard dog is? That's what they do.
Well, they feed them gunpowder?
They feed them gunpowder.
Oh, bullshit. Gunpowder? For what reason?
I can't believe you guys have made
They
them
feed them
fucking...
gunpowder for what?
To make them fucking crazy. They'll kill anything that walks in there.
I thought they were just trained that way.
Yeah.
All the time.
Watch this. Your real number.
Involving juveniles.
Feeding
He
and
also, of
working,
course, has a practice.
using a dog
for
gunpowder.
lies.
Makes them docile and lovable. So it's right here, docile and
This is
lovable.
not something that people are proud of.
I'll tell you like that.
But they do know.
There you go.
Learn their
So
lessons. We'll never do
Watch
it.
this,
The
Tom.
point is this. You need an attorney to work.
I'm going to call you right
There's no
now.
way you can do this. 303-429-6200. You're not going to get pro bono work from Joe Lazzaro, but you will get flat rate pricing at very good value. You really will.
What's your bonus number?
And for big
Yeah, watch
cases, he'll
this.
take $500. Call him for a free.
Okay, look at your phone here.
429-6200. 429-6200.
Pro Auto Care, I love the way they do business.
I can't do his own number.
1992, do
Damn
it
it.
right the first
I
time.
wanted to call him from his own phone. It's the one thing it won't allow me to do. And I guess that makes sense, because if you look down and you're
But what they
calling
do
from
is
your
they
own
use the
phone.
same first three.
They take care of you.
So, like, if your phone number is 990-3941, they'll use the 990, because then it looks familiar. It's like a super common.
Here, I'll display this. 555-1212.
Pro Auto Care.
When you get life insurance, most people just
This
let
guy
it
says,
sit
I've
there.
heard
If
of
you
this
get
in
the
the past,
special
and
life
it's utter
insurance
and
phone, come the
complete
banker,
fallacy.
you put money into it in addition to your premium. The reason it grows tax-free, and then you get to supplement your retirement. And along the way, you get to use it instead of credit cards. So you save interest and have a good amount for retirement. 303-779-6600 to find out more. It's a safe, conservative investment. Check out my video at becomethebanker.info.
Denver Stock Station.
Have you ever heard of Leroy Brown?
It says no.
The baddest man in the whole damn town.
This isn't.
Is your phone ringing?
It's absolutely not true.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Is our caller still on that talked about credit card surcharging? I don't know, he's not, but I hope he's listening. He says, Tom, I noticed some gas stations charging more for use of a credit card, and really what they're doing is a cash discount. Their merchant agreement says they can't charge more if they accept credit cards because the credit card companies don't want to be penalized. However, there's a state law, CRS 5-2-212, which says that any seller or leaser of products or services, Mark, listen to this.
Yes, sir.
May not surcharge or charge extra for any other payment. They can't. Other than cash, they cannot. And that includes credit cards or anything like that. It says credit cards, bank cards, or checks. You cannot charge.
Then I guess the state of Colorado is breaking the laws of Colorado.
Well, Mark, this is, look up CRS 5-2-212.
I'm just saying, call DMV. They'll tell you openly.
And I'll bet you this was the lobby of the credit card companies. Now they do. I did it. I paid my DMV with a credit card, and they said right there on the sign, you are being charged 3.5%. And in fact, I was charged 3.5% convenience fee at a mechanic by a mechanic, no, I don't want to get into it. It was a mechanic who said, I just didn't want him to think it's one of our auto guys I go to, but this law says you may not impose a surcharge. You may not.
Maybe it's not a surcharge. Maybe it's a convenience fee.
But here's what it says.
Seriously?
Any seller who accepts or offers to accept a bank credit card bearing a trade name as means of payment shall accept any bank credit card bearing such trade name presented by a cardholder, notwithstanding the identity of the card issuer, for the purposes of this subsection. And then it says, hold on. It says,
Lord, I couldn't even follow
I know,
that.
No, that just means you can't treat one card over another. That's what that meant. That meant
you can't say a Chase Bank's different than a Key Bank.
Right, yeah. But here says, if you accept or offer to accept a bank credit card, no, not that one. Hold on. There's one about the charge. Oh, that's Connecticut. That's why I'm looking at the wrong state. Here it is. Okay. Except as provided, okay? No seller, leaser in any sales or lease transaction or any company issuing credit or credit cards may impose a surcharge or accepting credit cards, may impose a surcharge on the holder who elects to use a credit card or charge card in lieu of payment by cash, check, or similar means. A surcharge is any additional amount imposed at the time of the sales or lease transaction by the merchant, seller, or lessor that increases the charge to the buyer. So you cannot do it. It's plain as day right there. You cannot impose a surcharge. So how does the state do it?
It's not just the state. There's merchants that do it right now everywhere. Restaurants, everything.
Well, people, use this statute and then let me know what they say. I'm not giving you legal advice. I am telling you there is a statute, CRS 5-2-212, that says, now here's part of this. It says this: a discount offered by a seller or lessor for the purpose of inducing cash payment, check, or other means not involving the use of a seller or lender credit card shall not constitute a charge. So you're allowed to offer a discount for cash, but you are not allowed to charge a fee any fee that would increase the cost of the transaction for the cardholder.
Then how does DMV do
Well,
it?
ask them. I don't know. Now, Jessica, we did some research into this. Are you still there? She is? Is she? Okay. No. Well, I hope she's listening. Mark, you called. She said, I want a contest for the NFL draft day, and it's a big contest. They're going to give me airfare. I'm going to go out to the draft and all of that. Are you there? No.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, you are. So listen to what happened. We called the company, the promotional company, couldn't get a hold of him. Mark called Anheuser-Busch. Mark?
It's valid, man. She's a winner chicken dinner.
Yep, and they use that company as well.
But when did they call you and tell you you won?
They didn't actually ever call me.
Here's what it says.
It was an email.
This woman pointed this out to me at Anheuser-Busch in their marketing department. The drawing was on the 2nd
of January.
On January. She had 48 hours to answer if they left a message. So if you've never been in contact with them, they moved on to the next winner. So there goes your chicken dinner.
Well, I mean, I got in contact with them. I called that phone
they
number.
mean if you did not fill out that form and return it.
No, I don't know if they mean the form. They might have sent that to her afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah, because what it
Who
says
did
on
you
that
talk
form,
to?
from what I'm understanding, is I have to return it.
That's right.
by
Who did you
email,
talk to and when,
by the
though?
25th.
Who did you
What's
talk
that?
to and when?
I spoke to a gentleman through the sweepstakes
Yeah.
deal,
Like on the
and that
3rd,
was on
the 2nd?
Thursday.
God, last Thursday. I mean, that's...
That's pretty late.
I don't know. I mean, just fill it out. It's definitely valid. No one's trying to steal your identity. Whether or not you won, I have no idea. Your name got drawn. I do believe that. But whether or not you actually won and they didn't move on to the next one, I don't know.
Right, yeah. Okay.
But that particular one is legit. Now, we're not telling people when they get notified by someone saying they won something, it's legit. It's just about this one. Chris, what's happening in your life?
Tom, I just wanted to ask you guys, you'd mentioned a couple days ago about a second that you and Mark knew about.
Yes.
We're just trying to...
All right, a lot of people have been asking about it. There is a second. If you have a lot of equity in your home, they will write a second that works like My Bank, My Loan, My Way did. This is what I mean. It's a legit lender. They will loan on your equity, and you use it as a bank account. So let's say you have $100,000 of credit available. You got it? If you don't use it, you don't pay a dime. If you use it, okay, but you also have savings. Let's say you have a $100,000 savings account, and you have $5,000 in your checking account every now and then. Whatever you have in your checking account, let's say you can't pay for it yourself because you use your checking account to pay bills, but throughout the month you have 5 or 10 grand in there, then it goes down to 2, then it goes up to 8. Let's say you have that. For the amount of days you have money in that account, it counts against the interest you're paying on your second. So let's say on your second you took out 50 grand to do home improvements or to do something else, go on vacation or whatever. That second, not only are you making payments on that second, interest payments every month or principal payments, but anything you have in the bank at any given time is swept out nightly, returned the next morning, and they give you credit, interest credit. What it amounts to is thousands of dollars a year of savings just because you have a checking account that you're getting credit for. Normal checking accounts don't give you a dime. This lets your checking account, when it's idle, make money for you by paying down your line of credit. Does it make sense to you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So a lot of people, if you took the amount of money you have static in your checking account over a year's time, let's say you have an average of 5,000 to 10,000 over the year. Okay, that's your average in your checking account. You then literally get that 5,000 to 10,000 for 365 days. You get that credit toward that second, even though you're not paying it down. It's just because it's in the bank with them. So it reduces the amount of interest you pay drastically. Not to mention interest rates are low anyway. So it's really the best second in the world because it's a revolving line of credit. It does not get paid down and then it goes away. A normal second, you get the loan and it's done. With this second, if you don't take money, you don't pay on it. When you take it, you pay on it, you pay interest on it, plus get credit for the money you have in your savings account and checking account. When you pay down the line, you can use it again. So you can use the line of credit like your own bank. That's why it's called My Loan, or My Bank, My Loan, My Way. I gave it that name years ago, but now it's available for seconds.
Very cool.
Yeah, it is.
Number to talk to
it's Paradigm. Isn't it Paradigm, Mark? Is that the name Paradigm, right?
Yes.
On our referral list, search for Paradigm and ask for My Bank, My Loan, My Way.
Actually, I'm sorry.
We're calling it
CFG Financial.
CFG. I'm sorry. Listen, Paradigm will get you the information too, but they do that in conjunction with all their financial planning. But you can go to CFG. Is CFG the name on our referral list that you search? Search CFG on the referral list, okay? Now, I have to take this quick break. Then Dale wants to talk about a universal life insurance canceling, and Mike wants to talk about Atlas Stem Cell, and then we have more from K&H.
This report is sponsored by Blue Emu.
The highway drive in the Mile High City is in really good shape right now, so if you got somewhere to go, you should be in pretty good shape across...
Gunpowder Maya, that's a lie.
Look at this. Look. This is Douglas County DMV, their own website. Douglas County Treasurer. If you use a credit card, here's your fee structure.
Then the state law must exempt this government, right?
I'm telling you, there's other merchants that are doing it right now. Restaurants. I think the fucking Pepsi Center might be doing it soon.
CRS.
I did. I looked at it. I saw it.
Do you agree?
Well, I agree. That's exactly what it says. Maybe they just don't enforce it anymore.
How would you? How would you if they say, Mark, how would you if they say, sorry, we're not going to... Okay, guys.
You can pay taxes, but they'll charge you.
Okay, DenverEgressWindow.com. They will put in an egress window. That's a window well. They'll rebuild the old ones, put in new ones. They'll put in ones where there wasn't one before. They can drill right through the foundation and put in a beautiful window well. And then you can legally use the square footage behind it. 720-626-4221. 720-626-4221. DenverEgressWindow.com. I ingested a piece of paper. I chew on paper sometimes instead of my nail. And I went, and it went.
I think there's companies that just do it.
Yeah, because what are you going to do? They say, okay, then we're not selling to you. Then what, do you go get a lawyer and sue them? It's not worth it.
It's usually not that much money.
Actually, I don't mind paying the convenience fee.
Well, I always look at this. I get 2% back.
That's a Frenchie, right?
Yeah. I have never seen it at a restaurant so far. Doesn't mean they don't know it.
Restaurants do, yeah.
970 Frenchies was the best bidder we found. I say reasonable prices. They're expensive dogs.
You do need the expertise of a great
Have you had them before? Is this your main dog? I have 2 dogs. I have a little rescue too. I've had boxers. My girlfriend didn't want another boxer or American Bulldog, so I went little bulldog. She wants small dog.
I'm trying to get Dan to call in. He actually knows the answer.
I love animals. I love animals. I love them.
He used to work for us. He's selling credit card processing now. I love the idea of what he had, but I'm not. Switching to credit card processor is a freaking nightmare. It's always a nightmare. I mean, we have thousands that are automatic each freaking month. Thousands. I'd have to switch every one of those manually. It would be it's crazy.
They're from the US. Zoom video conferencing.
What's in store?
The gunpowder, you don't think it's enough?
No, it's not. Dude, okay. I don't know what to tell you. Then where'd the myth come from?
She's kind of right.
What's the myth?
In rewards.
Then the gunpowder makes
Okay, well, there's still people that eat gunpowder because they think that they'll be.
A little girl get 25% back in rewards on ink or toner.
And like I said, bring your dog in tomorrow. Well, I'm snoring a couple lines of my 22.
My dog's already mean. Your dog is nice.
The owner, Buddy Mitchell. I know Buddy. I know Sympathy Floors. I know the company. I know you will save money, 20, 30.
I hope that lady did win.
Depending on the floor coverings. Floor coverings are a funny thing. Everyone sells the same.
She didn't say before that she got a call.
Two things: price and then the service, because installation
Say it
is
again.
critical.
She never said before that she got a call. No, she said she got a
Bottom
call.
when it comes to price.
They're so well
She's smart.
They're smart.
God, this is amazing.
They actually have to be born.
Listen,
Everyone says that.
Tom, listen to this. This is how fucked up insurance is. We removed a 2016 Hyundai Accent.
Right.
That the value, I just sold it, I set the value was $9,000.
Right.
$9,400. We added a 2019 fully loaded at the value of $34,000. Okay? One gone, one brought in. Our insurance went down
including options that
maybe $85.
Maybe the risk.
No money down.
What do you mean? Oh, because one's safer?
Yeah. Your financial goals come first.
But, I mean, it's full collision everything. You would figure just on the value part it would be higher.
Also, there's algorithms that say you're going to drive it safer and longer.
You're right, because it auto brakes, it auto turns, it does everything by itself.
I think they factor in.
That's amazing.
Okay, wait. Did it go down because that was in your son's name?
Maybe.
And your son had a higher.
No, they're all in our names. Because the kid was, they're all kids.
But he was the driver, though.
To see
And on Progressive, you don't assign them the policies.
questions. I believe this video answers.
Yes, yes, I want him on.
It's about
Pull up Lopez. Let's ask him on the credit card real quick.
Yeah, but I got a statute.
I know. Ask him how he's selling that. Because it's a great product.
Do you have that statute? I do, because I want to get it. And I don't want to have to argue with it, because we know it's the law.
It's a statute.
5-2-212.
Okay, Sierra, it's a statute of Lady Liberty.
5-2-212.
Why, are you just some wise guy or what? Next time you need a garage, here it is.
So what he does now is he sells a product. He can go to anybody, a restaurant, a little store, a big store, and basically when you swipe your credit card for $10, it adds on whatever fee the merchant gets charged, and that's it. The merchant doesn't pay that anymore. The consumer pays it. Maybe it's because the merchant, I just thought of something, maybe because the merchant's not collecting it.
Okay, I'm Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. Listen, Dale, he wants advice on canceling $100,000 universal life insurance, and then I'll go to somebody on the surcharges for credit. Dale, very quickly here, why do you want to cancel your insurance policy?
Well, I've had it since 2004, and everything was fine. I'm thinking $150 a month I'm paying. I got a $100,000 policy.
What do you have? What do you have in cash value?
Well, that's the thing. It's got about $4,500 in cash value now.
Wait. $4,500 total cash value?
That's right.
How long you been paying on it?
Well, since 2004.
That sounds like crap. That's a huge. How much is the policy? The cash? It's $100,000.
It's $100,000, right?
And your premium is $150 a month.
Right. Well, what I didn't realize was all this time now they've been taking extra money out of my cash value.
For what?
To increase the cost of the insurance.
What? Oh! But why did the cost of insurance go up? You didn't buy level.
Well, it's universal life.
Yeah, but okay, but that's usually on a contract, and you have a level premium. You didn't have a level.
That's what I thought too.
Well, then, so so literally, you've been paying $150 plus money's been coming out of cash value to supplement your premium payment.
Right, I just noticed that.
All right, so let's get our listen.
300 extra.
Well, first of all, universal life in most cases it's crap anyway. So hold on, because I want one of our experts to talk about this. Let's get him on tomorrow, Suzanne, to talk turkey tomorrow. I don't want to rush him. Dan Lopez is a friend of ours, and he sells a credit card processing that automatically passes on the processing fees to consumers. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah, this is actually Corey Croft with Dan Lopez here. Yeah, that is something that we are currently selling.
All right, but here, the Colorado State Law 5-2-212 says that surcharges or extra charges on credit card transactions are prohibited by state law. And I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm just asking you how you get around it. We were wondering because a lot of merchants do this.
So that's great. I'm looking at the statute right now, but if you look down a little ways down that statute, it also says the cash discounting stat.
Right.
And that states a discount offered by a seller or leaseor for the purpose.
We understand that. A discount is allowed. A discount is allowed, but not a surcharge.
That's correct. So a cash discount is allowed, but I've already responded to the Consumer Protection, Bureau and the Attorney General on this in the state of Colorado multiple times, and I can provide the documentation.
Yeah, I would love it. So in other words, are you claiming it's more of a discount than a surcharge?
That's correct. It is absolutely a discount. And what we attach to these accounts is what we provide is a discount for cash. Our client signage, which is prominently displayed, clearly states how to find the cash price, as well as that a fee will be charged and the amount of the fee on the transaction should the consumer decide to use another form of payment.
Yeah, but that's the part that I'm confused about, because while you're saying it's a discount for cash, they're not allowed to charge a fee on other forms of payment according to this law. Listen, I don't care one way or the other. I just don't know how you are getting away with it.
It's not getting away with it. I've already worked with the Attorney General's office here.
I'm telling you, DMV does it. Everybody does it.
Well, I know they do. They all do it. And I'm sorry for using that term. Getting away with it. What I mean
Energy. You pay your energy bill. They upcharge.
I know it, but I don't know how they're getting around this clearly stated law.
I think he just said it. They actually, somewhere in their facility or online, there's a sign that says there's a cash discount applied. And that's basically it.
We got an email saying that government agencies are exempt.
Well, that's not Excel Energy.
Yeah, and that's not these guys. So here, I
love the product.
I would love to see what you guys offered the Attorney General. That would help us understand it. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
303-713. Well, we're out of time. K&H wants to offer an extra 5% on top of any specials they have, a 5% discount. They're at 303-421-7100, khwindows.com. And don't forget, they're doing the name your own deal at if you email them, mydeal@khwindows.com.
Somehow they found a loophole.
But Mark, when he said it, he talked out of both sides of his mouth. He said
we'll see what the case
wording
said.
it wrong is the problem.
But here's the deal though: the fact that Excel Energy does it, how the fuck do they do it?
I don't know. That's what I don't know, Mark.
As long as you position it as a cash discount, you're fine. But his problem is he's saying it's a surcharge.
He said it was a surcharge.
So if you're saying a surcharge for any other form
but he said, he says it's clearly marked. Well, I don't know. First of all,